Will you give a few seconds of your time to help win this war? Then listen. At Stalingrad the other day, a Nazi tank unit attacked a corps of Russian soldiers. The Russians tried to stop the tanks and fought until their guns were silenced. Then did they surrender? Did they retreat? No. 18 of them rushed forward with bombs in their hands, got under the tanks, and blew them up. They gave their lives for their country. You and I are not asked to give our lives for ours. All we're asked to do is buy war bonds and stamps. Our American soldiers are giving their lives for us each day. More and more of them every day. Can we do less than loan our money to them? It's such a simple, easy thing to do. Out of every dollar you earn, lend 1 dime to your country. Do it regularly by joining the 10% club where you work. And do it now. Our soldiers need your help.
The Columbia Network takes pleasure in bringing you Suspense. Suspense, Columbia's parade of outstanding thrillers, produced by William Spear and scored by Bernard Herrmann. The notable melodramas from stage and screen, fiction and radio, presented each week to bring you to the edge of your chair, to keep you in suspense. Tonight's story deals with a remote and dangerous house, and a terrifying thing that happened there because the rain went on for days and days. It deals with a surgeon and a girl, a giant, and a young man who took a long chance. And over them all, the moan of the night wind and the ceaseless roar of the storm. For your suspenseful listening, we invite you to learn about the Kettler Method. Days of rain had been, ceaseless, teeming, pouring with a steady, relentless rhythm. 4 solid days. The fields around Charleston had been turned into huge puddles that reflected the heavy, swollen sky. And Dr. Morrissey was stirred by a deep anxiety. He stood beside a window in his sanitarium, which rose high on a lonely hill, a few miles from the little town of Charleston, and stared into the jagged, spraying screen of rain. It was just 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock of an afternoon he would long remember. He was on the point of sending for Caffrey, the ward attendant, when the door opened, and Caffrey came in, pale, disturbed.
Dr. Morrissey.
Is there anything wrong, Caffrey?
I don't know. There's a feeling down in the ward.
Feeling?
This rain's going on too long.
The patient's getting uneasy?
They're bound to, ain't they? If a guy with good nerves he gets jumpy, you can imagine what it does to theirs.
Seem to be affecting anyone in particular?
Number 5's been carrying on.
Kettler?
Yeah. I brought him up. Nurse Carter's waiting with him out in the hall.
Bad as that?
He's upsetting the others. Keeps asking for some guy named Benham.
Oh, that's the man he killed.
I didn't know he was homicidal.
Oh, it was an accident. He was performing a brain surgery on Benham and...
Him?
Oh, Kettler was a very important surgeon, Caffrey. Didn't you know that?
He keeps saying so, but...
It's perfectly true. Very successful Dr. Kettler was. Until he perfected an operative procedure that he called the Kettler Method. A new process of brain operation. Spent most of his life on it and... Well, when he tried it for the first time on this young lad Benham, and Benham died on the table, it unbalanced his mind.
I've got to go back down there now.
I think you'd better wait while I talk with Kettler.
Okay, I'll bring him in. But don't make it long. I don't like the feel of things around here. Nurse, Miss Carter.
Yes, we're coming.
You can bring him in now.
Come along. Dr. Morrissey wants to see you.
Does he now? Does he?
Come in, Kettler. I'd like to ask Dr. Morrissey a question. I'd like to ask him a question. Yes, Dr. Kettler. I should like to ask him where Laird Benham is. I know he'll never tell me. But I will, Kettler. Laird Benham is buried somewhere out there under the rain. He is at peace, Kettler. Can't you forget about him? Just forget. You'd all like me to forget about him, wouldn't you? Then you could keep him hidden away forever, couldn't you? Benham is dead, Kettler. You know that. Benham died. He did not. He's alive. He was alive when you and the rest of the envious medical profession stole him from the operating table. Kidnapped him with my bandages still around his head. You were determined to make the Kettler Method seem a failure, weren't you? Weren't you?
Easy now.
Believe me, Kettler. I know where he is now, Dr. Morrissey. He's in the cellar under the ward downstairs, isn't he? Isn't he? Kettler. Let me see him. Benham. Oh, you'd better take him down, Caffrey.
All right. Come along now, sir. I'll take him, nurse.
You won't show him to me. Even though it would make me well again. My cellars are empty, Kettler. Believe me, Benham isn't there. You sit there in power and order me away.
Come on, Kettler.
There's something I have to say. I've always been above violence, Dr. Morrissey. But the time comes when there's no other course. This is a warning, Doctor. A warning. And the joke is that you won't heed it.
Come on with you.
You won't heed it now. But you'll remember it. And soon you'll remember it. Tables turn, Dr. Morrissey. Tables turn.
Poor thing.
I'm afraid I'm failing with him. Failing completely.
But you're not. It takes time to put a man back together.
Oh, it's taken me too long with Kettler. I'm beginning to be afraid.
If you'll pardon me, Doctor.
Yes?
I do think you're making a mistake.
With him?
No, with yourself. You haven't had a real vacation in 3 years, Dr. Morrissey.
Oh, you think I'm wearing a bit thin just now, don't you? And you're right. But I really can't leave my patients in anyone else's hands. Not now, at any rate. No, I'll have to make the best of it.
But you need relaxation, Doctor.
I know. Well, I hope to soothe my ragged nerves somewhat over this weekend.
Oh?
I've some friends coming down from the city Friday night. Leslie and Claire Winton. Young married couple, newlyweds. And I'm just going to relax with them and forget everything until Monday morning.
You must, Doctor. You do need it so badly. Oh, by the way, Doctor.
Yes?
I slipped some those new sample bandages into your coat pocket.
Well, thanks. I'll have a look at them.
I think they're quite good. The salesman said that...
Yes, nurse. What is it?
Did you hear something?
Thunder, wasn't it?
Something else besides thunder. I thought it.
Well, I didn't hear it.
My nerves must be getting the best of me. Perhaps it's a case of nurse heal thyself, eh?
I'm not the only one who needs a rest. You know, it might be a very good idea if we both...
Dr. Morrissey.
I heard that.
What is it?
It's coming from the wards. Down there. That was a shot, nurse. You get on the phone. Call the police at Coaston.
Hello?
Keep at it.
Hello?
Someone's trying to get in from the hall.
Dr. Morrissey!
Caffrey, just a moment. Caffrey, what is it?
He's ganged up on me. All of them coming up the stairs. Kettler, clear out of here. Oh.
Steady, nurse.
He's dead, isn't he?
Yes.
Dr. Morrissey,
Kettler!
remember my warning.
Remember it, Doctor. Tables turn, Dr. Morrissey. Tables turn!
Rained for 3 more days. Friday night came, black, wet, and glistening. The 8:15 express groaned into Colston Station, bringing Leslie and Claire Wenton out from the city with their weekend luggage.
Isn't Isn't Dr. Morrissey sending his car for us, Leslie?
Yes, Claire. The chauffeur was supposed to drive us over to the sanitarium to pick up the doc, and then we're all going over to his house together.
I don't see any car, do you?
I don't see anything but water. Maybe we're rolling over in a skiff.
Oh, I hate that sound. Like somebody's in agony.
I think you're a little depressed, dear.
Oh, I shouldn't be surprised. My head's still aching dreadfully.
Poor lover. How long's that been going on now?
Almost a week. It frightens me.
I don't think it's anything serious.
Waiting in the rain like this doesn't do it any good, I'm sure.
I don't understand. Doc's usually so punctual. Right on the dot. You don't suppose we ought to call the sanitarium?
You people, or Dr. Morrissey, yes?
Well, yes, we're the Wintons. Doc sent you to pick us up?
Aye, Cato. Dr. Morrissey's chauffeur. You got luggage?
Yes. Here it is.
I take. You follow me to car. Come.
We're coming.
Leslie?
Yes?
He's tremendous, isn't he? He must be 6.5 feet tall.
I'm over 6 myself, darling. He's nearer 8. That's a giant. Get those shoulders. He could snap me in two like a matchstick.
Oh, I hope he likes it.
So do I, light of my life.
Waiting. You come, please.
But I really don't think he does. Coming.
The heavy car lurched and hurtled over the rain-soaked road, tearing wildly through the dark and careening up the hillside toward the stark walls of the sanitarium. It skidded to a standstill in front of the main entrance, and cold black Cato led them inside. The brightly lit corridors were deserted, silent, like hallways in a nightmare. Claire was aware of her headache growing steadily worse as Cato opened the double doors and ushered them into the waiting room.
You'll tell Dr. Morrissey we're here, huh?
Doctor, be with you soon. You do not go away.
Yes, thanks.
I hope we're not staying in here very long.
It isn't very cheery, is it?
Oh, I don't like places like this. I suppose it's very foolish of me, but I always feel as if I'm in some sort of danger.
That's the headache again. Everything seems worse than it really is when you're not feeling well. Don't you always find...
Leslie.
Yes?
Listen. What is it?
Somebody's knocking. Just a moment.
Gracias a Dios.
Who is it, Leslie?
I don't know.
What, you do not know me? I am Arturo Alvarez, the South American pianist. You have heard of me?
Well, sure, I've heard of Arturo Alvarez, but I'd hardly expect to find him
Leslie, humor him.
Oh, of course, for a moment I forgot where I was. I've heard of you, Mr. Alvarez. Is there anything I can do for you?
Will you help me? I must get out of this place.
Oh, sure.
I came here several days ago to be treated for a mild nervous trouble. And now they won't let me go. I am being held a prisoner. And tonight I am scheduled to give a concert at Carnegie Hall, and I must get out of here. Please, will you help me?
Number 10 out of the ward again, I see. How many times must I tell you that is strictly against the rules?
I was doing nothing wrong. I was only telling this gentleman that I must be at Carnegie Hall for my concert.
Yes. I'm sure the gentleman was very interested. Hey, Cato.
Yes, Doctor.
Cato, you will escort number 10 back to the ward and see to it that he doesn't wander back into the waiting room.
No, I will not be taken back to the ward. Help me.
Oh, no.
Help me, no. I will no.
How strongly he believes in his delusion. Strange fantasy of a diseased mind. Seriously believes that he's Arturo Alvarez.
He was telling me.
Oh, I'm very sorry. I'm afraid I haven't been very cordial. Won't you sit down? Is there anything I can do for you?
Well, you see, Dr. Morris invited us up for the weekend.
Oh, yes, of course. He told me he was expecting you.
Does he know we're here?
I'm afraid not. Dr. Morrissey was unexpectedly called away on an emergency case, and I'm in charge of the sanitarium until he returns.
Oh, do you have any idea about when that'll be?
It's very hard to say. However, he asked me to ask you to wait and see to it that you're made comfortable. Let me see now. Your name is...
Winton, Leslie Winton. And this is my wife, Claire.
Ah, yes. Permit me to introduce myself. I'm Dr. Kettler, Dr. Morrissey's assistant. What can I do for you? A bite of food or a drink, perhaps?
I don't think so.
There's nothing in the world I want so much as an aspirin.
Aspirin?
Yes, Doctor. She's had a headache that's been troubling her for days. It's terribly annoying.
I can well imagine. Annoying and interesting. That is to a man of my profession, of course. But if you will step into the inner office, I think I can offer you something a good deal more effective.
Oh, I'd hate to trouble you.
No trouble at all. I find these things most intriguing.
Should I, Leslie?
I think you might as well. Morrissey won't be back for a long time by the looks of things.
Yes, you're quite right, Mr. Winton. Dr. Morrissey won't be back for a long, long time.
Oh, well, then, which way do I go?
Right this way. The large door on your left.
You won't mind waiting alone, will you, darling?
Oh, Mr. Winton shall make himself comfortable. There are cigarettes in the box, whiskey in the liquor cabinet, and a radio behind the ferns there. I'm sure he will be quite happy. After you, Mrs. Winton.
If Dr. Morrissey comes in, let me know.
I hope you'll find everything you want, sir.
Thanks. By the way, Doctor.
Yes?
You said you had something better than aspirin. I didn't know there was anything better than aspirin for a headache.
I have something, Mr. Winton.
Really?
It is a process which I invented myself. One that never fails. A little treatment, very effective and highly complicated, called the Kettler Method. Please make yourself at home, Mr. Winton.
Leslie sat there, alone in the big waiting room for a while. Then creeps began setting in, and he thought to himself,
maybe I'll have that drink after all.
He rose and went over to the liquor cabinet that Kettler had pointed out to him, and opened it.
Well, there's nothing in here but books.
Yes, books. Books that were so thick with dust that it was clear they'd been there for months. No drink for Leslie. Maybe a cigarette. Kettler said the box was full. He picked it up and started opening it.
Why, it isn't even a cigarette box. The darn thing's a bookend.
Yes, that's just what it was. Leslie began to think it was a tough job making himself at home in that waiting room. And then the idea occurred to him.
Maybe the radio works.
He went over to the radio then, turned it on, and...
We are sorry to announce that the program scheduled for this time from Carnegie Hall has been cancelled due to the mysterious disappearance of Arturo Alvarez, the noted South American pianist. Mr. Alvarez was known to be suffering from a minor nervous disorder and was last seen departing on a short trip to Colston in upstate New York.
Alvarez. That guy is Alvarez. What's going on here?
Claire! What? Dr. Kettler, open this door. Open it. Do you hear me? Claire!
Winton.
Oh, you. Tell him to open up. Tell him.
Doctor send me. Tell you, young lady, headache bad. Very bad.
What do you mean?
He operate.
Operate?
He say take long time. He say you not wait. You come back tomorrow.
Operate? No. Kettler! Claire, can you hear me?
Of course he can hear you, Mr. Winton. The operating table is just inside the door.
Bring her out here. Let her go, I tell you, Kettler.
But I find that an operation is indicated, Mr. Winton.
I forbid you to touch her.
You forbid? You? I'm in charge here. No one forbids me. Do you understand?
You're insane. If you lay your hands on her, I'll kill you. So help me, I'll kill you.
Very well, Mr. Winton. You do not wish me to operate. That's all there is to it. I would scarcely force my services upon you. However, the girl's condition is quite serious, and I... Good work. Good work, Cato, my boy. A master stroke. Do you still forbid me, Mr. Winton? Do you? Oh, you don't answer. Good. Take him to the cellar, Cato, and lodge him there with his friend, Dr. Morrissey. They should have a good deal to talk over in the still hours of the night while I cure the young lady's headache unmolested. You've got to pull yourself together, Leslie. Now try to think.
Cato brought you down a few moments ago. You've been hit in the head. Can you remember?
Yes, I was talking to Kettler, trying to make him let Claire go. Claire? Oh, good Lord, Morrissey.
Where is she?
He's got her.
Kettler?
She's on that operating table up there. We've got to do something. We've got to do something.
Well, I'm afraid there's not much we can do. I've been here for 3 days and nights.
What happened?
It was a nightmare come to life. I'd had Kettler in my office for treatment.
Yeah?
He was off on a wild tangent, insisting that I had a man whom he had killed hidden down here in the cellar. That I and the rest of the medical profession had kidnapped him off the operating table with his head still swayed. He thinks I've been keeping this venom from him all along, even though I've known that just one side of him would cure his mental disorders. He hates me with every fiber of his twisted brain. He's a dangerous case, Leslie.
He'll kill Claire?
He may. There's a slim chance he won't. What's that? Well, all the surgical instruments are locked away. It's possible they may not be able to find it.
Isn't there any way we can get out of here?
Oh, couldn't I have used it?
Where does that corridor lead to?
To the staircase that goes to the first floor.
Well?
Not a chance. Comes out in the operating room, and they keep that door locked as tight as a drum. Besides, Kettler still has the pistol he took from my nurse.
I've got to think. I've got to. My head hurts so I can't make good sense.
Let's see that. I think they gave you a nasty cut.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Say, Doc.
Yes?
What was his name?
Who?
The guy Kettler thought you were keeping from him, the one he killed.
Benham. Ed Benham. Why?
Was he a young fellow?
Yes, rather tall, slender chap.
Say, Doc, do you have any bandages down here?
What?
Bandages.
Why, yes, I think so. They're stored down here.
Enough to bandage my whole head, face, and everything?
Why?
I might have a chance of getting through that door up there.
Please, let me go now. Oh, let me go. Leslie! Leslie!
You will be better soon, much better. I will take the pain away, Mrs. Winton. Cato, have you found the surgical case?
Not found yet. I look. Cato, look.
Find it. We must not keep Mrs. Winton in an agony. Find it, I say. You'll have to create some order in this place. I want my instruments at hand on a moment's notice.
Please, let me go. Oh, let me go.
You shall be well again, my dear. I promise you shall be.
Doctor, here, tall, white cabinet behind curtain.
That's it. Open it, Cato.
Locked. Locked, Doctor.
Smash it open. Open it.
I do.
You'll find scalpels on the top tray. Bring them to me.
Yes, Doctor. Yes, here, Doctor. See, knives. Good, sharp knives. Cato find. He find them.
Excellent. How they glitter. It's good to feel the knife in my hand again. Put the others right beside my pistol here on the table.
Please. Oh, please.
There, my girl. I shall expend all my genius on you. You shall be well again.
No. No. No.
Now to work. What was that? Who's there?
Dr. Kettler,
Who is it?
I have found my way back to you. Open the door, Dr. Kettler. I've come back again.
Who are you?
You remember? You remember Laird Benham?
Cato! Cato!
Yes, Doctor.
The door! Let him in! He's come back! Let him in, I say!
Yes, Doctor.
Oh, let me out of here.
He's come back, Cato.
Dr. Kettler.
Benham, I knew it. I knew it all along. You're alive. You're living.
Yes. Yes, Dr. Kettler.
You. Just as they took you from the table.
Yes. They took me away before the operation was complete. Finish it now. Hurry. I can't live much longer. I'm about to die.
No. Cato! Get Benham onto the table.
Girl on table.
Take her off. Take her out of here. Put her in the cellar. Let Benham take her place. At once, you hear?
Yes, Doctor. Cato.
No. No, I won't be put in the cellar. I won't.
It might be well if you went down into the cellar, you know. It's nice down there. You'll see old friends, perhaps. Old friends who need help.
Hurry, I say.
Yes, Doctor. Come.
I'm coming.
Are you all right, Benham?
Weaker.
Cato!
Cato, close door.
No, stop wasting time. Leave the door alone. Help me. Help me get Benham on the table.
Yes, Doctor. Cato, do.
That's right. Now listen carefully.
Good.
Good.
Oh.
Now, lie back. Lie back. Gently. Gently. All right. Careful now. Here we are. Cato, give me the knife.
Yes, Doctor.
Take off the bandages. From the top, Cato. That's correct. That's proper procedure. Yeah, now that's... I thought his hair was blonde, not black. Well, perhaps I've forgotten. I've forgotten so many things. There was a scar on his forehead. I clearly remember a scar on his forehead. Maybe I imagined that too. Perhaps it was someone else with brown eyes. Denham, didn't you have blue eyes? I know they were blue. And your nose. Your nose was thinner and longer. Yes. And your lips. You had thick lips. That I know.
Bandages off, Doctor.
Dr. Kettler, there's a trick here. You're not Denham. You're not Denham. You're that young Mr. Winter. Dr. Kettler, listen to me. Cheat. So you wanted me to finish you, did you? Yes, Mr. Winter, I will. Hold him, Cato. Hold him. See the knife, Mr. Winton? Watch it glisten as it comes down, and into... That he's out to Alvarez when you hear him play the piano, do you? That's a marvelous old instrument you have, Doc. It was my mother. This old house has been in the family for generations.
Who'd ever thought we'd be alive to sit in your house and listen to somebody play a concerto?
We wouldn't have been. At least I wouldn't have been if you hadn't snatched that revolver off the table right out from under Kettler's nose before they threw you into the cellar. That was the lifesaver. Made the weekend perfect.
I'm afraid it wasn't very restful.
Hereafter, I'm spending all weekends in a cozy little corner under the L.
It was worse for Claire than anybody. She had a dreadful past.
It was ghastly, all right. Horrible. But you know something?
What?
My headache. It's completely gone.
The Kettler Method, the tale of a memorable weekend and a long-awaited dead man who didn't return after all. This was tonight's story of Suspense. Suspense is produced by William Spear. John Dietz was our director this evening. Tonight's radio drama was written by Peter Barry and scored by Bernard Herrmann. Roger DeKoven, Dr. Kettler, John Gibson, Leslie Winton, and Gloria Stewart played Claire Winton. Others in the cast were Guy Rep, Martha Faulkner, Winfield Honey, and Ralph Smiley. Next week at this time, Columbia will bring you another selected story from the world's great literature of thrill. Another study in suspense. This is Barry Kroger, and this is the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Yes, Roma wines taste better because only Roma selects from the world's greatest wine reserves for your pleasure. And now, Roma Wines, R-O-M-A, Roma Wines present Suspense. Tonight, Roma Wines bring you Mr. Van Heflin in Three Blind Mice,
a suspense play produced, edited, and directed for Roma Wines by William Spear.
Suspense, radio's outstanding theater of thrills, is presented for your enjoyment by Roma Wines. That's R-O-M-A, Roma Wines. Those better-tasting California wines enjoyed by more Americans than any other wine. For friendly entertaining, for delightful dining. Yes, right now, a glassful would be very pleasant, as Roma Wines bring you Van Heflin in a remarkable tale of suspense.
Lockwood, Bentley, and Walsh Publishing. It still said it on the big brass nameplate.
Going down. Oh, good evening, Mr. Lockwood.
Good evening. Sure, the elevator operators were nice to me. Most of the office boys remembered to knock on my door before they came in. And even some of the stenographers still spoke to me. But everybody else above the rank of junior story reader knew it was just a question of time before that big brass nameplate in the lobby came down and another one went up in its place. Bentley and Walsh Publishing. No more Lockwood. If ever a man hated his partners, I did.
Main floor, sir.
I went out of the building and across the street to the Savoy for dinner. Even the head waiter must have heard the rumor. He gave me the dime-sized table over in the corner that's generally reserved for out-of-town ribbon clerks. It's all right, Bob. There'll be another day. I'd gotten to coffee and dessert when I saw Helen Conover. Well, that just about summed it up. There were two things that I wanted in this world: to get my hands back on that corporation and Helen Conover. Well, she saw me, and I waved to her, and she waved back and started over to my table. She was head of our promotion department. She was smart and ambitious, and she could have personally modeled for any pinup art that you ever saw, but she was reserving anything along that line for my partner, Dick Walsh. Okay, sister, there'll be another day.
Hello, Arthur. Dining alone?
Yes, it's a habit that I could break it under the right conditions.
Oh, but you're all finished.
That's all right. Sit down. Just a big book publisher, got nothing to do.
Well, if it's not against office regulations to have dinner with the boss.
Regulations? Well, they never bothered you now, did they?
Now, Arthur, let's keep this clean.
Does Madame wish to order?
Yes, the steak dinner, please. No soup and no potatoes.
Very good, madam.
Working kind of late, aren't you?
Not working. Dick wanted me to see him off on the train.
Train? Where's he going?
Chicago.
What for?
Business, I suppose. Didn't he tell you?
You know, they never tell me anything anymore.
Well, it wasn't anything very important, I guess.
Well, I'd know even less if it had been. Maybe you can tell me about Sam.
About Sam?
Did he get his report from the doctor?
Oh, yes. He did, as a matter of fact.
How is he?
I'm afraid it's pretty bad.
How bad?
Well, it's his heart, all right. They don't give him much more time.
Oh?
6 months at the most.
Well, that means they'll have to work fast. Or I will.
What?
Wouldn't you say so?
Arthur, I don't understand you. I've just told you that one of your partners has only 6 months to live, and you don't even seem to care.
Now, look, let's be grown up about it, at least. Sam Bentley and Dick Walsh have been trying to ease me out of the firm for the last year. Now Sam's going to kick off. Why should I care?
You really hate him, don't you?
Me? I don't hate anybody. I just hope he kicks off tonight instead of waiting 6 months and the Dick Walsh's train runs into the Hudson River, that's all. I don't hate anybody. I just wish they were dead.
Oh, Arthur, how can you?
What's the matter with that? I wish my partners were out of the way, and you wish... Well, I know what you wish, too, only I'm honest about it, and you're not.
This isn't a very pleasant conversation.
Well, there's always a better one. For instance, what are you doing tonight?
I'm going home and get a good night's sleep for a change.
Oh, by the way, how long is Dick going to be away?
About a week.
You'll be kind of lonely, won't you?
I don't see why I should.
Well, that's what I was thinking. You know, I've always had a sort of a yen for you, Helen.
Why, Mr. Lockwood, why don't people tell me these things?
Well, people don't have to tell people like you those things.
Now that you mention it, I do seem to have noticed a sort of a leer every so often.
That wasn't any leer, baby. That was the real McCoy.
Look, Arthur, this may sound kind of corny, but I'm in love with Dick, and he's in love with me.
It does.
What?
Sound corny. Why doesn't he marry you?
You know why?
Sure, that wife that won't divorce him. You know, he's been using that one for the last 10 years.
Please, Arthur, I'd rather not talk about it.
Okay. Not to change the subject, but what do you expect to get out of it?
Get out of what?
The reorganization, the big day when they kick old Arthur out of the firm. You think maybe they'll make you a vice president?
I really don't know what you're talking about, Arthur.
Well, you ought to think about it. Because you can never tell, I might be able to make you an even better proposition.
I'm afraid I'm not interested in your propositions, Arthur. any of them.
Okay, baby. There'll be another day. It was mostly bluff, and she knew it. But there was one thing that she didn't know. There was a chance that my smart partners had actually been holding out on me, and if they had, the way our incorporation papers were drawn, then I could really nail them. Well, I'd been snooping through the files at night lately, and I'd already dug up a couple of things, and this night I went back at it again. I let myself in through the side door of the building and walked up the 2 flights to the office. Everything was dark and deserted. You could barely make out the long lines of desks. And then I saw the light under Sam's door. Well, I crossed the office very quietly and listened. Nothing. I tapped on the door. Still nothing. So I opened it. And there was Sam. There was Sam, leaning back in his chair and staring at me with those cold and slightly protruding blue eyes, much the way he always did. Except, tonight, there was a small hole in the right side of his head. And Sam Bentley was dead. The gun was lying on the carpet where it had fallen out of his hand. It was his, all right. I recognized it. His other hand had fallen against an open drawer of the desk, and his wristwatch was broken. It had stopped at 5 after 8. And I picked up the phone to call the police. And then I noticed a letter on his desk. It was addressed to Richard Walsh. Well, I put up the phone and looked at that letter. And then I opened it. Well, it was about what I'd figured. The doctor's report on his heart, the usual all-around apology, and then a detailed explanation of how Dick Walsh could use the corporate insurance to pay off Sam's family for his share of the business and then take it over himself because Sam didn't want me to have any part of it. The signature was a little scrawly, but it was Sam's all right. So there it was, the double cross. And yet, it's funny, but almost before I got to reading it, I knew the answer. I looked at that broken wristwatch of his again. 5 after 8, it said. An hour later, I was home in bed, sleeping like a baby, knowing that Dick Walsh, too, was going to die. I strolled into the office the next morning about 10 just to be on the safe side, but of course they'd already found him. All over the office there were little huddles that broke up furtively at my approach. Well, I played it for what it was worth and headed for the largest and most important huddle, the executive huddle outside of Sam's door. They were all there, including Helen Conover. And she was looking pretty sick. Well, what is all this?
Just a minute. Who are you?
Oh, I'm Arthur Lockwood. So what's all this about?
Oh, just wait here, please, Mr. Lockwood.
Hey, what's going on here, anyway? Somebody robbed the till?
Arthur.
What?
Arthur, it's Sam.
What? His heart?
No, he was shot.
Shot?
Arthur, the police say it's murder.
Will you come in, please, Mr. Lockwood?
Yes, certainly.
The captain would like to see you again, too, please, Miss Conover.
Oh, yes, all right.
Well, we went in. Sam was still there. But by this time, somebody had thrown a towel over his face. A big, gangling guy came across the room toward me with his hand out.
Mr. Lockwood?
Yes?
Captain Gibbons, homicide.
Is that Sam Bentley?
Yes. No, it must be something of a shock to you, sir, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you a few questions.
Oh, yes, of course. Please go right ahead.
Know anybody to want to kill your partner, Mr. Lockwood?
Are you sure it was... I mean, couldn't it have been suicide?
Why would he want to kill himself?
Well, he's been pretty depressed lately. His health has been bad. Only yesterday he got a report from his doctor that he probably wouldn't live more than 6 months.
No, won't hold, Mr. Lockwood. Not unless you figure that Bentley shot himself and then carried the gun into your other partner's office. That's Mr. Walsh, isn't it?
Mr. Walsh?
Yes. Does that surprise you?
Why, yes, it...
You mean that you found the gun in Mr. Walsh's office?
In the wall safe. How many people have the combination of that safe, Mr. Lockwood?
Why, just the 3 of us, I think. The 3 partners. We each have a safe, but somebody else has to have the combination, too, just in case... well, you know...
Mm-hmm. Did you trust your partners, Mr. Lockwood?
Well, Captain, I'll be frank with you. There hasn't been a great deal of love lost between us lately, but Yes, we trusted each other in our own way.
Where were you at 10 after 7, Mr. Lockwood?
Oh, I was having dinner at the Savoy across the street.
You can prove that, I suppose?
Yes, of course. As a matter of fact, Miss Conover here came over later and joined me.
Mm-hmm. I understand Miss Conover was seeing your other partner, Mr. Walsh, off on the 7:35 for Chicago.
Yes, so she told me, yes.
Mm-hmm. You're sure of the train time?
Yes, of course.
Well, it's the one Dick Walsh always takes to Chicago. Well, why this interest in time? Have you set the time of when it happened?
Bentley's watch was broken. It stopped at 10 after 7.
Oh.
Either of you see this before?
Where did that come from?
Recognize it?
Yes, of course. That's Mr. Walsh's watch charm.
He keeps losing it. He loses it all the time.
Yeah, yes, he does. We found it in the chair behind Bentley's body.
Oh, now, wait a minute, Captain. You don't seriously mean to suggest that...
How does it add up to you?
Well, I mean that watch charm doesn't mean anything. It's true that he did lose it all the time, but he could have lost it in here any time.
Not in a chair, Mr. Lockwood. It wouldn't stay there very long, not without being found.
Oh, Captain, there must be some mistake. There must be.
You can go now, Miss Conover.
But please...
I said you could go now, Miss Conover.
Come on, Helen.
I guess that's it, Harry. I guess it is. Better call Chicago and issue a warrant.
Oh.
Richard Leonard Walsh. Suspicion of murder.
No!
All right. It's nothing now. She's just fainted.
For Suspense, Roma Wines are bringing you Van Heflin in Three Blind Mice. Roma Wines' presentation tonight in radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense.
Between the acts of Suspense, this is Ken Niles for Roma Wines. Next time you have friends over in the evening, try this simple, gracious way to add warmth to their welcome. Serve delicious Roma California sherry, port, or muscatel. Delightful with cheese, nuts, cake, or any tasty snack. You're sure to please every guest with better-tasting Roma wines. For Roma wines are favorites from coast to coast, enjoyed by more Americans than any other wine. The reason? Roma wines taste better because Roma starts with choicest grapes. Because Roma, with patient skill and America's finest winemaking resources, guides these naturally finer grapes unhurriedly to tempting taste perfection. Because Roma then places this luscious grape treasure with Roma wines of years before to await selection from the world's greatest reserves of fine wines for your pleasure. So insist on Roma, R-O-M-A, Roma wines. Made in California for enjoyment throughout the world.
And now, Roma Wines bring back to our Hollywood soundstage Van Heflin as Arthur Lockwood, with Kathy Lewis as Helen Conover in Three Blind Mice, a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
The defendant will rise and face the court. Does the defendant wish to make a statement before sentence is passed? If not, we will proceed. Richard Leonard Walsh, having been tried and found guilty of the murder of Samuel Bentley in the first degree, you are hereby remanded to the custody of the warden of the state penitentiary, where at such time as the state shall deem appropriate, you will be executed in the manner prescribed by law.
It's a nice, easy way of getting along in the publishing business, if you're lucky. One of your partners commits suicide. You rig the evidence to frame the other partner for his murder. Net result, a new firm, Arthur Lockwood, Incorporated. Arthur Lockwood being me. Of course, there were the usual appeals, and the thing dragged on, but that didn't worry me. I had other things to think about. And number one on that list was Helen Conover. But there, I'll admit, I was surprised, because Dick knew that he'd been framed and must have suspected me, and Helen was supposed to be in love with Dick. Well, I played it very carefully. The paternal approach, the sorrowing friend, dinner and the theater and stuff like that. But never a word, never a wrong word or gesture. And then one night, about a week before Dick Walsh was scheduled to be executed, I just brought Helen home from a sedate little tour of some of our most upper-crust hot boxes, and we were at her apartment.
It was a swell evening, Arthur. You've been awfully sweet to me.
Well, it's the least I can do, Helen.
Oh, you mustn't feel that way, Arthur.
What way?
But you sort of owe me something.
Oh, you something? Well, why should I? It's just that I know how you feel.
I wonder if you do.
Well, yes, I think so. You've been awfully brave about it, but I think I know.
Arthur, once you said that something I said was corny. Remember?
Yes, I remember.
Well, it was. It wasn't even true.
You weren't in love with him?
Afraid I'm a pretty heartless little girl, Arthur. I'm afraid I love myself too much to be really in love with anybody.
Well, that's not heartless. That's just honest.
You know that he's to be executed next week, don't you?
Yes.
Then he's not much good to me now, is he? Even if he did want to marry me.
Oh.
Now you know I'm heartless and cold-blooded and cruel.
I ought to, but I don't.
No. I don't have to be that way. I can be other ways.
What other ways?
Like this.
Helen. Well, that was that. I didn't care about anything after that, even marriage. We made a quick trip down to Virginia where names in the publishing business wouldn't mean a thing, even ours. And it was all very quiet. No publicity, no fuss, nothing. When we got back, we took a little place in the East 50s, although, of course, she kept her apartment, I kept mine. It had to be that way for a while, at least until after Dick's execution and things had cooled down a bit. Well, I knocked off early at the office that day, for the looks of the thing, and Helen was already home when I got there.
Oh, you're home early, aren't you, darling? Any particular reason?
No particular reason.
Penny for your thoughts, darling.
My thoughts? Oh, nothing special. I guess I was just thinking, I don't know.
Bet I know.
What?
You were thinking about Dick. He's going to die tonight.
Well, maybe I was, I don't know.
Well, I'm glad you did come home anyway, darling, because I wanted to have a little talk with you.
Sure, about what?
You really shouldn't let it bother you, you know.
Let what bother me?
The execution.
Why should it bother me? He killed a man, didn't he? Why should I worry about what the law does to him?
Are you so sure, Arthur?
So sure of what?
So sure that he did kill a man?
Well, right then it hit me. That all the time I'd been thinking how slick everything was. Something was wrong, terribly wrong. That all this time she'd been playing with me like a smart young cat with a silly, blind old mouse. 3 mice, and one of them dead. And another with them as good as dead. And I was left.
All the evidence and everything. Wasn't like Dick to do a thing like that.
You don't think he killed him?
Arthur, do you remember, it was a long time ago, you asked me what I expected to get out of it? If Sam and Dick squeezed you out of the firm.
Yeah, I remember.
And you said you might have a better proposition?
Yeah?
Well, I've decided what I want.
Sure. You really want to be a vice president? We can fix that easy enough, although I sort of had the idea that you'd be pulling out after a while now that we're married.
You're priceless. No, I'm afraid a vice presidency isn't at all what I have in mind. And I don't know where you got the idea that I'd be pulling out of the firm. Ever.
All right. What do you want?
I want a full partnership, Arthur.
A partnership?
Yes. Is that so strange?
Well, we are partners now, in a way. You're my wife.
No. I mean a real partnership. A corporate partnership.
Look, Helen, you're asking me out of a clear sky to give you a half a share in $1 million business.
Yes.
Well, that'll take some thinking about.
Yes. I suppose it will. I'm saying it was strange about that evidence. For instance, there was the letter.
What letter?
The letter that was on Sam's desk when he killed himself. It disappeared.
You must be crazy.
Am I? What about the wristwatch? When he died, it said 5 after 8. But when they found him, it said 10 after 7. And the gun. It was lying on the carpet by his hand, but somehow it got into Dick's wall safe.
You knew all that, and you let an innocent man go to the chair?
Oh, really? Oh, Arthur, you are priceless. I let an innocent man go to the chair?
You know, of course, that a wife can't testify against her husband.
Oh, no. No, a wife can't be forced to testify against her husband, but she can if her conscience...
All right. What do you want?
I thought I'd mentioned it. The partnership.
I see.
Now, you're not going to be unreasonable about it, are you, darling?
No, Helen. I'm not going to be unreasonable.
You know, darling, I was thinking, we ought to rearrange the office space.
She'd even turned her back on me now.
Knock out those parts.
She was gazing out of the window, dreaming up the future. Her future, just the way she'd planned it. I couldn't guess how she knew. She must have been hiding somewhere and seen me, but that didn't matter much now. I only knew that I was right back where I'd started from, the business slipping out of my hands, and someday, no business, and no Helen. I had to think fast and act fast. There was a bronze statuette on the end table. I picked it up and hefted it. It was just about right. So I stepped over behind her.
Of course, the offices, then, will be just exactly the same. Except for that. Darling, you won't mind that, will you,
I hit her hard, but not too hard. Because this was one suicide that was going to come off right. I carried her out to the kitchen and propped her up in a chair in front of the kitchen table. And then I went into the bathroom and got some towels. That wouldn't leave any marks. And I tied her hands and feet and gagged her, so that even if she did come to in a few minutes, it wouldn't matter. All I had to do was come back in a couple of hours and put the towels away and make everything look just as natural as I could. It was a risk, those 2 hours, and I knew it. The whole thing was a risk. But it was the best I could do. I looked at her once more before I left. She hadn't moved a muscle. And then I turned on the gas. By the time I got back to my apartment, I was shaking all over. This time I had really killed somebody. But why would anybody connect me with it, I told myself. Why would anybody think it was anything but suicide? She had the motive this day of all days. Everybody knew that she was in love with Walsh. And even if her marriage to me came out, the motive would still hold. And then the doorbell rang. I jumped a foot. At first I wasn't going to answer it, and then I thought I'd better. Whoever it was would establish that I was here at home and that I could brush them off before I had to leave.
Hello, Mr. Lockwood. Busy?
Why, no, Captain Gibbons. No, come right in.
Thanks.
Right in here, please. Have a seat.
Uh-huh.
Cigar?
Thanks. Pretty good cigar. You must be doing pretty well for yourself nowadays. Better let me light it myself. You, seem kind of nervous.
Well, you know how it is. I mean, today the...
Oh, you mean your partner Walsh going to the hot seat?
I try not to think about it, but, well...
Yeah, he'll be sitting down there pretty soon now. Pretty soon. They say it doesn't hurt. But I don't know. Do you ever see one?
Look, do we have to talk about it?
Makes you feel kind of bad, eh? I wouldn't wonder. Why did you do it, Lockwood?
Do what?
Frame him.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Sure you do. You changed the time, stashed the gun, tore up the suicide note. In fact, as I was saying, you framed him.
No, Walsh killed him. You know he did. He was convicted of killing him. All the evidence was that he killed him.
Oh, sure. Walsh killed him, all right.
What?
Walsh killed him. He told us he did. Just today.
But it was... Say, look, what is this?
Walsh killed him and framed it to look like suicide. Then you came along and pinned it back on Walsh where it belonged in the first place. He gave us a full confession just this afternoon.
Then you...
So, I don't know whether we ought to thank you for making it easy for us or try to pin a rap on you. But the DA is willing to let it go, so it's all right with me. He wants a statement, though.
Oh, sure. Sure, anything you say.
By the way, what about that dame?
What dame?
The one in your office that was supposed to be sweet on Walsh. We want her the worst way.
You... Why?
Accessory to murder. She was in it up to her ears. Yeah.
So that was
Walt
it.
spilled the whole
That's
thing.
how she'd known, and I'd taken my
it was
life in
so
my hand for
nothing.
nothing. She was up there dying right now. I was murdering her while Gibbons sat there risking my life to do something that the law would have done for me. Maybe it still wasn't too late, but Gibbons just sat there talking and talking and talking.
Well, you just go down there to the DA's office and give him that statement, eh?
Sure. Tomorrow, the very first thing.
You know, you sure are a heel, Lockwood. But you're a lucky heel.
It was 10 blocks away. I didn't dare take a cab, and I didn't dare even run for fear that somebody would see me and remember in case it was too late. And by the time I got there, I was gasping for breath, so I'd run every step. So I let myself in, and the smell of gas hit me just like a brick wall. I put my handkerchief over my face and rushed into the kitchen. I threw open the window, shut off the gas. She was sitting there just as I left her. Well, I got her up on the table, and I dragged it over toward the window. I got the gag out of her mouth, and I began working her arms, artificial respiration. I knew that much. I worked over by that window until the sweat was running down my face. But I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell yet. The towels that I'd tied her feet with were still there, but I didn't bother with them or anything else. I just kept working over, up and down, as though my life depended on it. It did.
I'm afraid you're too late, Lockwood. I'm afraid your wife is dead.
He was a smart cop, that Gibbons. He knew a lot. He says now he's pretty sure it doesn't hurt. The electric chair, I mean. Well, tonight I'm going to find out.
Suspense.
Presented by Roma Wines, R-O-M-A, Roma, America's favorite wine. Well, this is Ken Niles bringing back to our microphone the distinguished star of tonight's suspense play, Van Heflin. Van, you played the part of a publisher tonight. How about publishing a few tips on Roma wines?
Well, with wine like Roma, Ken, all you need to do is publish the facts.
Well, fact number one is that Roma, America's greatest vintner, has asked me to present you with this basket of Roma wines for your wonderful performance tonight.
Well, that's a very good beginning, Ken. My thanks to you and to Roma.
Fact number two, Van, is that your friends will enjoy the Roma California Sherry in your gift basket. For golden amber, fragrant Roma Sherry with tempting nut-like taste is the perfect first call to dinner. The ideal wine for entertaining any time.
Right, Ken. But tell the people why Roma Sherry is so good. Give them the facts, my boy, the facts.
All right, you are, Professor Heflin. Fact number three. Roma Sherry, like all Roma wines, begins with California's choicest grapes. Then Roma vintners, with America's finest winemaking resources, guide these select grapes unhurriedly to tempting taste perfection and place them with Roma wines of years before. Later, Roma selects from this vast taste treasure the world's greatest wine reserves for your pleasure.
Ken, you're hired. Thank you, and good night.
Van Heflin may currently be seen in Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer's Technicolor musical Till the Clouds Roll By with Van Johnson, Judy Garland, and Frank Sinatra. Tonight's suspense play was written by Kenneth Pettis and Robert Richards. Next Thursday, same time, you will hear Mr. Glenn Ford as star of Suspense.
Produced and directed by William Spear for the Roma Wine Company of Fresno, California. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
And now, another tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
In a moment, Endgame, written for Suspense by David Karp. So long.
Have a nice trip.
Don't forget to phone.
Wherever you go this summer, go first by long distance.
Room clerk speaking. A double overlooking the water. Well, let's see now. Well, yes, sir, we do. May I have your name, please?
When you're traveling this summer, it makes good sense to use long distance to make your plans. A call ahead is the quick, easy way to get the reservations you want when you want them. And a call to friends you hope to visit will make sure they're at home when you stop by. Wherever you go this summer, go first by long distance. Rates are low. Why not call now?
Have you ever been lost at night? Even if you are, like myself, a man who isn't easily upset, there is a nightmarish quality in driving down a narrow two-lane country road at night in a wild, pouring rainstorm. I'd been traveling on a turnpike until an hour ago, but I left that too soon, I fear. But there, at least, I had the sense of reason and order of being in touch with civilization. A civilization which engineered roads for high-speed travel, which provided sensible road stops. But now, for all I knew of where I was going, I could have been traveling on the moon. My name is Charles Ross Victor, age 42. Occupation, teacher. Where was I going that night? I was on my way to a small Midwestern college to indulge myself in a lifelong passion. There was a sign. I slowed the car and stopped. You are now entering Allenbury, where all laws are strictly enforced. Population 872. Sheriff G. Van Allen. Well, that was plain enough. I switched on the overhead light in the car and searched the map. Well, there was only one thing which wasn't plain. Allenbury simply wasn't on the map. I began to drive more slowly, hoping for the sign of a lighted home, a gas station, any place where I might be able to find another human being. And then quite suddenly I saw another human being directly in front of me. 2 tons of car were too much to stop in time. I cut the engine, get out of the car and rushed to that pitifully small sodden heap in the road. It was a man, his arm thrown protectively across his face. I knelt in the storm, sick to my stomach. And then I looked up. There, almost as though it had been mysteriously and luminously painted in glowing colors, I saw a window and a man staring out of the lighted window at me. I rose and hurried to the window, and the cold, patrician face which had been watching me disappeared. I went up the porch steps, and the door opened suddenly, and the man wearing a yellow slicker came to the doorway. I've hit a man with my car. He said nothing. He walked past me into the road. I followed him. He knelt down then beside the body and looked at the face of the man I'd struck down. In the rain, his sightless eyes were those of a man in his early 50s, a ruined-looking face, but not the face of a brutal or stupid man.
Give me a hand.
We shouldn't move him until a doctor can see him.
Doctor's not going to help him.
No, he's not.
Said give me a hand.
Far enough. You don't have to be so gentle. Hang up your things over there. Give me your driver's license. Come on. Never mind him. I'm talking to you. I'm Sheriff Van Allen. That sign you passed says what it means.
I never had a chance to avoid him. He just walked directly into my path.
Sit down. I'll make out the report.
Did you see it?
I saw it. Where are you going?
I was on my way to Lewiston College. I was on my way to the college for a tournament.
Chess tournament?
Yes. I was supposed to play and speak.
You're Victor. You're not Charles Ross Victor.
That's right.
Well, this is an honor. Charles Ross Victor. I was going to come down to the college to see you play. But you're coming here to my home, why? It's indeed an honor.
Thank you. But I'd rather the honor had not happened this way.
Oh, Kussberger? Oh, forget it, Mr. Victor. It means nothing. I saw the whole thing. Shouldn't cause you a moment's embarrassment. Here, come over to the fire. You must be chilled to the bone. I'm sorry I didn't realize who you were. Here, sit down here. I have something that'll warm you up, a fine Napoleon brandy. I don't generally bring this out except for my most distinguished visitors. There isn't much of it left in the world, and there isn't much of anything fine left in this world. Here, drink this.
I feel awful about the accident, Sheriff.
Oh, forget that. It wasn't your fault. It was unavoidable. Cheers. Here's to chess and all who love it.
You, interested in chess?
Interested? I worship it. We can play later on this evening.
If you don't mind, Sheriff, I don't feel like playing this evening.
Tomorrow morning, then.
I don't like to play before a tournament, Sheriff. It does take a lot out of me, and I want to keep myself fresh.
I must say that's an ungrateful attitude to take, Mr. Victor.
Ungrateful?
You killed a man, and I'm proposing to let you get away with it. The least you can do is to play chess with me.
Oh, just a moment. It was an accident. You saw it. You told me you did. You're not letting me get away with anything.
I haven't had anyone to play chess with in this town in nearly 10 years.
I'm sorry about that, Sheriff.
Don't be a hypocrite. You're not sorry at all. But you could be made sorry.
What?
You know, homicide with a vehicle is a very serious crime in this state. You could be sent to prison for life.
It was an accident. An unavoidable accident. You said so yourself.
Did I?
What do you mean? Of course you did.
Well, perhaps I spoke hastily. After all, the rain is heavy, the visibility poor, and I was looking from a lighted window out into the darkness. I couldn't really swear that the accident was unavoidable.
What is this?
You can't really conceive what it's like living out your life among swine, among clods and animals. You can't understand what it means to a man like me to have no living soul to talk to. No human being with whom I can communicate, against whom I can pit my skill and brain and passion.
I can't understand what you're talking about.
Of course you do. You're letting your mind wander to that mongrel you struck down. You and I were men of intelligence. I could be a chess master as you are. I could leave this place.
What's stopping you, then?
There are certain matters of family pride involved. It's a mean little kingdom, but the king doesn't go elsewhere. Under my grandfather's will, Van Allen must always live in Allenbury, must always hold a position in the town's government.
Oh, I see. A remittance man. The money.
I need money. It's a necessary condition of my existence.
You could go to work.
No, thank you, Mr. Victor. I'm happy with what I do now.
What do you want?
Play chess with me.
If it means that much to you, let's play.
Yes, of course. Yeah, I'll just go and get my best board. Oh, I can just picture the evenings ahead for us.
Evenings?
Yes, of course. You ought to be able to play 5 or 6 times a week or more. Aren't those lovely chessmen? I had them sent from Czechoslovakia. Beautifully carved.
What do you mean?
Well, after all, I will be saving you from a life sentence in prison.
In exchange for which you want?
You live here in Allenbury and play chess with me.
You're not serious. You can't be.
I've never wanted anything more in my whole life.
You'd lie to get that?
I'd kill to get that. Doesn't have to be unpleasant. I assure you that you'll be completely comfortable here. We could find you a suitable house, servant.
If I don't choose to do that?
You'll spend your life in prison, Mr. Victor.
You're insane.
Not noticeably so. Shall we play? I'll take wife.
How long would I have to stay here?
I don't know. 6 months, a year, possibly longer.
Possibly the rest of my natural life?
I can always hope that you live to a ripe old age.
In a moment, we will return for the third act of Suspense.
Now, here are Edgar Bergen and Charlie McCarthy.
Say, Charlie, isn't that your French girlfriend coming into the service department?
Yeah, Bergen, isn't she a doll?
Pardonnez-moi, monsieur. I don't wish to bother you.
Oh, think nothing of it. Beautiful women always bother me.
It is my automobile. She has a squeak.
Oh, poor thing. It probably needs one of our Quality Guardian maintenance lubrications.
Fantastic. How did you know that?
Specialized training, ma'am.
Specialized training?
Oui. The servicemen at all Chevrolet, Pontiac, Oldsmobile, Buick, Cadillac, Chevy, and GMC truck dealers get special training. That's what makes them Guardian maintenance servicemen. They're trained to know your GM product best.
You are so wonderful. Oh, I must kiss you.
Gladly.
Oh, la la. How did you learn to kiss like that?
Specialized training, ma'am.
Van Allen's smile was awful. It was the smile of a madman who knew he had won. I looked away, incapable of returning his stare, and glanced towards the poor dead man who had unwittingly thrown me into this hideous trap. Suddenly, my heart leapt. Berger's eyes were open. He's alive, Van Allen. He's alive. We've got to get a doctor for him. He'll die without help.
That's what I'm counting on.
I'm going for help.
By the time you're back, he'll be dead. I'll see to it the moment you're out the door. It's my move. Go ahead, Mr. Victor.
What sort of a man are you, Van Allen? It takes a special breed of man to sit by while a human being bleeds to death.
Shall I tell you something about Gus? He used to be a doctor here. Surprised? He was quite the leading town intellectual, a scientist. Gus had a fatal weakness. He was soft. He was sympathetic. He was kind. Weren't you, Gus?
As Van Allen spoke, I watched Berger's eyes.
Gus was all right when it came to treating broken legs and running noses. But worse things than that happened to men. It was a young farmhand who was mangled by one of those big reaper thresher machines. Peterson, wasn't it, Gus? That was his name. Peterson.
Berger's eyes closed, whether through weakness or remembered pain, I could not tell.
Pretty bad sight. So bad, in fact, that Gus couldn't stand it. Took a few drinks to steady his nerves. Tricky job for an objective man of science. Trouble was, Gus wasn't an objective scientist. It was a quivering mass of nerves. It's your move, Mr. Victor.
Bishop to Queen 3.
You've made me lose a temper, Mr. Victor. My congratulations.
And what happened to Peterson?
I don't think Gus would want me to tell you. Take a look at him, Mr. Victor. Those are big, fat tears rolling out of his eyes.
He's in pain, Van Allen. Have pity, for God's sake.
He isn't in pain. He's remembering Peterson. I suppose he still feels sorry for that big, dumb farmer. Well, feeling sorry for him is what turned Peterson into a total cripple. Feeling sorry for others is what took the spine out of Dr. August Berger.
I hate you, Van Allen.
Nothing wrong with hate. It's your move.
Queen to Rook 5.
Very good. Very good indeed. I see you come by your claim to being a master honestly.
I'll play you for his life. Right now.
You're in a powerful position.
Reverse the board, then. I'll take the white.
No. Chess should never be played for stakes. It corrupts the purity of the game, and if there's anything I detest, it's the corruption of what should be pure. That thing lying there to his side is corruption. The corruption of a man who should have been pure. Untouched by the stickier, sloppier emotions.
Like compassion?
Your move, Mr. Victor.
Queen to rook 6.
You're moving rather quickly, aren't you?
I intend to finish you off quickly.
You can try.
It's your move, Van Allen.
Well, I think I'll just take that knight. It's your move.
Could you continue playing me for the rest of your life knowing I hated you, that I detested you?
Hate is a purifying agent. It cleanses. Don't you know that?
No, Van Allen, you're wrong. Hate never purified anything. But you've taught me hate.
Good. We'll make our games all the keener.
If you let Berger die, I'll kill you for it the first chance I have.
I'd like to believe that. But I don't. You're incapable of killing anyone because you care about Gus. You love him. You hear that, Gus? He loves you. He loves your immortal soul.
I promise you, Dr. Berger, I will. I'll kill him for what he's done to you.
That's very generous of him, Gus, isn't it? Willing to throw his life away and mine, too, just to avenge you. As if you were worth avenging. That ought to make you die happily, Gus, shouldn't it? But you and I know differently. You aren't worth the dirt they'll cover you with. Your move, Mr. Victor?
I'll take the bishop.
Take it and welcome to it. I didn't think you'd fall into that trap, Mr. Victor. Surprised you, didn't I?
I'll concede.
No, you won't. You'll play it out to the end of the bitter end. Gus, you've given me a lifetime partner. You've never done anything in your life worth anything. But you have done this much for me. Thank you, Gus. Thank you for getting yourself killed. Your move, Mr. Victor. Now, wait a minute. I believe Gus is actually trying to talk. Now, what dying words of wisdom can we get from this corpse? What is it, Gus? Tell me. I'll tell him. Beat me? You want him to beat me? He can't, Gus. He's losing now. He's lost now. Just as you are. Now, Mr. Victor, I believe it was your move.
I'll beat him, Dr. Berger. I swear to you I will. I'll beat him. I concentrated then, driving out hatred, driving out any thought of the position in which I had found myself. I made up my mind to win. Van Allen's game was good. Good enough to get him into first-ranked tournament play. But like all pathological players, he was too anxious for the kill. And once he had scented victory, he pressed his attack without any thought to defensive positions.
Check.
King to rook square.
Check. It's the end, Victor. Another move or two, and it's the end.
Van Allen was totally absorbed in the play, and so didn't notice what I did. That Dr. Berger, painfully, with terrible slowness, had risen to his knees and then to his feet. He moved very slowly towards us. Now he was close enough for me to hear his breathing. And then he threw his arms up.
You lose, Van Allen.
You swine! You've ruined my game!
No, Van Allen! Don't!
You ruined it!
You always were a bad chess player. And a good shot. I was winning. You ruined it.
No, Van Allen. You ruined it.
I didn't. I was winning.
Remember the board as it was before Berger upset it? Do you remember it?
Yeah. Yes, I remember it.
It was my move. And my move is bishop to queen 2. Do you see it?
Bishop to queen 2. Yes, I see it.
Check and mate. You lost, Van Allen.
Hey, Sheriff. You know what happened to the driver of that car outside? We've been looking for him for the last half hour. He went past the toll booth without paying. Hey, what's going on?
Come right in, officer. The sheriff has just murdered a man who would have died anyway. But he couldn't wait.
The sheriff?
I lost.
You better give me that gun, Van.
I lost.
In more ways than one, Van Allen, and for a terrible reason. You didn't know how to wait. Berger knew that you didn't know how to wait. So he picked himself up with his last dying will to make you kill him, which is exactly what you did. And a player who does what his opponent wants him to do can never win. He was right. You're a good shot, but a bad chess player.
Suspense.
You've been listening to Endgame, written for Suspense by David Karp. In a moment, the names of our players and a word about next week's story of Suspense.
Hi. Maybe you'll recall this tuneful reminder of times past. This is Dennis James with something else worth remembering. It's this. You're so right to stay regular with Kellogg's All-Bran. See, it's the normal, natural way to youthful regularity. The whole brand content of Kellogg's All-Bran supplies your system with all the bulk-forming food that you need every day. There's only one All-Bran. It's Kellogg's All-Bran. So relieve irregularity from lack of bulk, as millions do, with a bowl full of Kellogg's All-Bran each morning. ALL-BRAN. It's Kellogg's All-Bran.
Heard in tonight's story were Michael Caine as Victor, Santos Ortega as Van Allen, Jack Arthur as Berger, and Alan Manson as the Trooper. Listen again next week when we return with Big Dive by John West, another tale well calculated to keep you in suspense. The Kingston Trio next, followed by latest CBS News and Have Gun Will Travel on CBS Radio.
Autolite and its 98,000 dealers bring you Miss Agnes Moorehead in tonight's presentation of Suspense.
Tonight, Autolite salutes the American Automobile Association and its traffic safety program as we present a dramatic report called The Empty Chair. Our star, the First Lady of Suspense, Miss Agnes Moorehead.
This is Harlow Wilcox speaking for the worldwide Autolite family. Since 1922, the American Automobile Association, with the cooperation of 276 affiliated clubs, has been active in helping schools develop educational programs designed to protect children on their way to and from school and to make them careful drivers upon graduation. Traffic safety is, as you know, everyone's business. So our story tonight will dramatize how we all can help ourselves and our children by driving carefully and by cooperating with traffic safety instructions. Later in the program, we will hear from Mr. Royce G. Martin, chairman of the board and president of the Electric Autolite Company, and Mr. Ralph Thomas, president of the American Automobile Association.
And now, Autolite presents transcribed The Empty Chair, starring Miss Agnes Moorehead, hoping once again to keep you in suspense.
Now, are we all settled down? That's good. Miss Barbara Warner. You may call me Miss Barbara or Miss Warner, either one, which gives you young ladies and gentlemen at least two choices when you wish to attract my attention, so that there'll be no need to yell out, "Hey, teacher." Besides, 10B3. 10B3 at your homeroom. High school at last. And today's the first day. Young ladies and gentlemen, truly, and today's the day it really starts. So now let's get to know each other, shall we? All of you will get up and go to the back of the room, please. I have your study cards here, and I've arranged them alphabetically. We'll start with the first row and the first seat, and as I call your names, you'll be seated. Sidney Aronson. Mary Avanti. Right in back of Sidney. Yes, that's right. David Coop. George Darley. Just a minute, George. Leave an empty seat. Jessica Bromley, and then skip one, and then you, George. An empty seat for David Cooper. For now.
How'd you like that, Miss Warner?
Bobby.
What?
Nothing. I didn't say anything.
Don't worry about a thing, Miss Warner. Home. And how'd you like your ride?
Well, I'm glad it's over.
And I was just getting a compliment ready for you.
Oh, you were?
I've never had a teacher in my car before.
Mm-hmm. And?
I wanted to see how one of them would react to going 65 miles an hour.
Nearly 70, Bobby, and in a residential section, too.
Just for the last 6 blocks, Miss Warner. I was going to say how I was surprised you didn't scream at me or get hysterical. I was going to say I'm glad, since you're that kind of person, I'm glad you're going to board with my mother and me.
Now you're sorry about the whole thing.
Oh, no, I didn't mean that. I'm a good driver, Miss Warner.
Yes, I'm sure you are.
And this is a good car.
Yes, it's beautiful.
You mean it?
Yes, of course I do, Bobby. But what about school, the traffic classes, and the sessions on safety?
What about them?
Well, didn't they impress you? Most of the boys and girls learned to drive through school classes, didn't you?
Yes, ma'am.
And reaction times, you were taught about those, and how no one's reaction time is really fast enough to cope with an emergency at high speed. You drive as if you'd forgot all about that as soon as you walked out of class.
And you sound like
Bobby! Miss Warner!
Oh, that's my mother.
Well, what are you two out here for? Come on in. I've got tea made. Oh, I'm so glad you're here, Miss Warner. I wasn't sure when you'd arrive.
Mrs. Morrison, mother of Bobby, a woman in her 40s perhaps, or younger, in a plain cotton house dress that hung loosely about her, and her hands were almost delicate and quite thin and worn, and her fingers quickly, nervously pushed strands of graying hair tied against her temples, and on her face the trace, and not yet deep, of lines of strain.
Don't let Miss Warner carry her bag herself, Bobby. You take it. Take it to her room. Bobby.
And then her touch on my arm, and Mrs. Morrison led me into her house, into her home, and showed me the living room, neat, sparingly furnished, and said that I was welcome to use it any evening for my guests if I just let her know beforehand. She would arrange to go to a movie or call on a neighbor. Just let her know beforehand. And the kitchen, and where she kept the toaster and the coffee canister and the sugar and the other things I'd need for breakfast or a snack, whenever I pleased. She didn't mind a bit. And then my room.
I had Bobby fix up the little radio on your bed table. I thought it might be nice.
A pleasant room. A summer blanket neatly folded at the foot of the bed. A window open to a small wire-fenced vegetable garden. A desk, a chair, a pleasant room. Unpack now and change and lie down and rest. Listen to the radio. And doze.
Lay off me, Ma. Leave me alone. Just lay off me, do you hear?
And waken then to summer evening and to something more harsh.
I'm fed up, Ma. Fed up. Do I reach some eyes of getting through to you?
Listen to me, Bobby.
I've had it listening to you, Ma.
Bobby, she'll hear you. Miss Warner will...
Let her hear. You hear me, Miss Warner? You listening real good? Hey, Warner, wake up. Hit the deck. Wake up and get an earful.
All right. We'll do that, Bobby. We'll let Miss Warner listen so you won't have to yell at her. Miss Warner? Miss Warner?
Yes?
Would you come out, please? I want you to... Would you please?
Yes, Mrs. Martin. Good evening, Bobby.
You flip or something, Ma?
My son was yelling and screaming at his mother and then at you. And he said he didn't care if you heard. Go on, Bobby. Tell me and tell Miss Warner how fed up you are with your mother.
I told you, Ma. Just lay off me.
You've had experience, haven't you, Miss Warner? With boys like Bobby and And the others he runs around with? They must confide in you and tell you their things that they won't tell their mothers, that their mothers can't possibly understand or know or share. You're younger and more experienced, and they must. Bobby?
You're getting it blow by blow, Miss Warner. You stick with Ma and me, and you'll get it every night all the night. Where are you going tonight, Bobby? Who will you be with tonight, Bobby? Where'll I find you if I need you, Bobby? If you need me, Bobby? Look, I'm 17. And there's a joint that's got a jukebox in it. And girls with pockets full of dimes. And me, I got a car. Hot, real hot. You and the high school teacher here, Ma, you put your heads together. And maybe it'll come out mathematical where your baby boy is nice.
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Warner. Forgive us, please.
Oh, don't mention it.
No, I want to tell you about my boy. He's had no father since he was 8. When he was 13, Bobby got some work around the garage after school. It helped. It helped out a lot. And I was glad to see it. He loved working around motors. And, well, you saw that car he built. A boy 17 to have built such a car.
Mrs. Morrison.
Yes?
Have Bobby ever told you about Mr. Douglas?
I don't think so.
He's a teacher at our school, a manual arts teacher.
No.
He takes special interest in boys like Bobby. He's also our driver education teacher, we call him. He works with the boys and girls, and the local automobile club helps him.
Sometimes I just think my son is wild, that's all.
Well, that's just what I'm telling you. Mr. Douglas teaches safety and sanity in driving. He tries to tell the young people...
Mrs. Morrison! Hey, Mrs. Morrison!
Oh, hello, David. Come in. Oh, David, this is Miss Warner. She teaches at the high school where you're going to go this year. Miss Warner, this is David Cooper, a neighbor boy.
Hi, Miss Warner.
Hello, David. I'm glad to know you.
Me too. Where's Bobby, Mrs. Morrison?
He's not here, David.
Oh, out in the garage, huh? Working on that super neat job of his, I'll bet.
I don't think so.
Well, where'd he go, Mrs. Morrison?
I don't know.
He promised me. He promised me for sure this time.
Promised you what, David?
Well, he said next time he was in a race, I could ride with him. And I know there's one tonight. He welshes out on me. But, well, he's the best, Mrs. Morrison. Real absolute best. Why, he's got all those other guys...
How old are you, David?
Huh?
I asked how old you were.
13. What's that got to do with it? Bobby promised me. He said I was old enough now for him to break me in. Well, good night, Mrs. Morrison. Miss Warner.
David's our neighbor boy. Not many years ago, I used to babysit for his mother. Read to him, he and Bobby. Could I fix you something to eat, Miss Warner?
And here, this picture was taken at Lake Louise, too. You can hardly tell I'm the one in the middle, can you? The way Miss Reba and I dressed up there.
It must have been very expensive.
Oh, and restful. I got a lot of reading done, and I've been promising myself to get... Oh, sit still, Mrs. Morrison. I'll get it. Good evening.
Good evening. Does this young man belong here?
Yes, he does, officer. Please come in.
Who is it?
Now, don't get excited, Mom.
Oh.
I said don't get excited.
Are you Mrs. Morrison?
Oh, yes. Yes.
I'm Officer Cleaver. The only reason your son isn't in juvenile court right now is because, as far as I know, it's the first time he's pulled a trick like he did tonight.
Well, what are you talking about?
In his car. Him and another one, speeding down Presbury Street. Your son headed north and the other one south. Headed toward each other. Front wheels on the white dividing line to see who'd give way. Going over 70 miles an hour.
Oh, Bobby.
Who the other kid was, I don't know, ma'am. I can only catch one of them. Him.
Autolite is bringing you Miss Agnes Moorehead in The Empty Chair, tonight's presentation in radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense.
We'll continue with Suspense in a moment. Now, here is Mr. Royce G. Martin, chairman of the board and president of the Electric Autolite Company, to introduce a special guest.
Tonight, the worldwide Autolite family is privileged to salute the American Automobile Association and its traffic safety program. To tell us how this practical safety program is helping to reduce traffic accidents by teaching future drivers how to be careful drivers, here is the president of the American Automobile Association, Mr. Ralph Thomas.
Thank you, Mr. Martin. We of the American Automobile Association are grateful for the interest shown in our work by the Autolite family, as evidenced by this program tonight. The problem presented in this dramatization is, unfortunately, a very real one and a very common one. However, cooperating with school and community authorities, we are engaged in stimulating and aiding an active educational program to teach our young drivers and pedestrians safety first. This year alone, 3A materials and services are being widely used in grammar and high school class instruction. Indeed, will help over 12 million students. This, of course, is important to all of us. If you have a son or a daughter in school, ask about this program and set a good example yourself by practicing safety behind the wheel. If you are a student, take an active part in class, and when you are behind the wheel, be the best amongst the young drivers. Be a sportsman-like driver.
Thank you, Mr. Thomas. And as an 8-year-old boy said when he was asked what safety meant, safety is thinking not to get hurt or to hurt. There's a definition we should all remember.
And now, Autolite brings back to our Hollywood soundstage Miss Agnes Moorehead in Elliot Lewis's production of The Empty Chair, a dramatic report well calculated to keep you in suspense.
Friday night in a quiet room and a window that opens onto the silences of a town already asleep. Friday night in an end of summer. Last weekend before school's opening and the last book you've promised yourself to read before summer's closed. And read now to the undercurrent of voices from another room in Mrs. Morrison's home.
Well, it's not that, son. It's me. I want to do my best. I try to do my best. Now, if you'd only...
The night stillness. And Mrs. Morrison searched through it for the words to speak to her 17-year-old son. Saturday morning, and Mrs. Morrison has made breakfast and over coffee.
Will you try and do something about my boy, Miss Warner? Maybe you could do something. Please.
And dress then and go to the school. Try to save a boy.
Door's open. Come on in. Oh, hello, Miss Warner.
I don't want to interrupt, Mr. Douglas.
No, you're not. I'm just getting everything ready for when school opens Monday. What are you doing here today? Anxious to get back in harness?
I don't know. I think so. Mr. Douglas.
Yes?
Do you know a boy named Bobby Morrison?
Oh, yes. What about Bobby?
I'm boarding with him and his mother.
I heard the police picked him up racing last night.
Yes.
Some of the boys came in and told me about it. I was sorry to hear.
His mother is very troubled. She asked me to help.
Mm-hmm. Bobby's very bright. A real bright, intelligent boy. And sensitive.
You were going to say something else, Mr. Douglas, about Bobby.
He's a boy without a father. When he was 8. Bobby's a boy who's looking for something.
And he finds it in speed and in danger in ways that could kill him.
We try, Miss Warner. We try real hard. We cooperate with the auto clubs. You know about the classes I give in driver instructions.
Mr. Douglas.
And I tell the kids, you kids drive like that, I say 1 out of 1,000 of you'll be a corpse before the year's out. 1 out of 45 hurt, crippled. We tell them why traffic laws are made. For the protection and survival of the community. By actual demonstration, we show them what a tremendous force they're handling when they're behind the wheel of an automobile.
We go out and demonstrate the different conditions, the distances it takes to stop a car on a dry and slippery pavements from different speeds. Together, we study accident reports and actual photographs of what happens when you're arrogant or careless with a car. Smashed cars from head-on collisions. Smashed people. We give them visual and muscular coordination tests so that they'll understand what speed and hundreds of horsepower can do to them and how to face emergencies behind the wheel. We try to make sportsman-like drivers out of them. Miss Warner.
Yes?
Boys like Bobby, whatever their reasons, they won't listen. Nights they gather and go out to the hub in their souped-up cars, and they dance to the jukebox. And they won't listen.
The hub?
A place out on State Highway 52, south side of the bridge. Used to be a kind of general store, a fountain and hamburgers. The kids picked it up, had Charlie Phillips, the owner, put in a jukebox and a big neon sign. They gather there nights for races, for...
Will you take me there, Mr. Douglas?
What?
I want to see for myself. Tonight, around 9. I'm at Mrs. Morrison's on Benton, 853. Will you call for me?
Why, of course.
Thank you. And later, when I got back to the house, Mrs. Morrison said Bobby hadn't been home all day. But it wasn't unusual, she said. He'd show up for dinner. But he didn't. And Mrs. Morrison picked at her food and got up from the table too often and walked around and made excuses which could cover Bobby's not being there. A double feature Bobby had to see twice. A friend had him to dinner and Bobby forgot to call. The ordinary excuses we all make to hold back the truth for a while. And after dinner, dishes and her trying to chat brightly, but somehow sentences trailing off and not being finished. And glances through the window onto the night street and the head cocked to the sound of every passing automobile. And when the doorbell rang, a mother hurrying for news of her son.
Oh.
And the disappointment.
Please come in, Mr. Douglas.
Thank you.
Oh, Miss Warner. Mr. Douglas is here.
And the ride down State Highway 52. South through good countryside of sycamore and birch, across the wooden bridge. And the intrusion now upon a time of evening quiet of a thing. A wheel, an enormous wheel of red neon. A wheel whose each spoke displaced a tube of sky when it lit. One spoke after another. And when the huge and clever wheel was finally complete, a thing happened. The word hub announced itself at the split second when the center of the wheel appeared.
This is the place. Let's go inside.
You and your friend can have this booth right here, Mr. Douglas.
Thanks, Charlie. Oh, don't go away. I want you to meet a friend of mine, Miss Warner, Charlie Phillips.
How do you do?
Hello.
The hub belongs to Charlie.
Yes, ma'am.
How are things, Charlie?
Last night, that kid over there, you see him? That one near the music box?
Gordon Matthews?
Who knows what his name is?
Well, that's Gordon, all right. He was in my homeroom last year.
You should have made him write a few hundred times, don't play with matches. He was like to set fire to the place last night.
Why, that boy's barely 15 years old. What's he doing out here 5 miles outside of town, this late at night?
Listen, he's got a parent or two can ask that question, not me.
Well, why don't you just tell him to go home, Charlie? Why don't you keep him out of here?
For the same reason you're teaching school, to eat, to make a living. Once this was a nice place.
Why, there's David Roper. David?
Oh, hello, Miss Warner.
What are you doing here, David? David, I'm talking to you.
I know you are.
How did you get out here?
I hitched.
Mr. Douglas and I are going to take you home.
I'm sorry, Miss Warner, but hi, Bobby. You ready, kid?
What is this, Bobby?
School opens Monday. Then you ask questions and ask for hands. Saturday night don't belong to you, Miss Warner. Come on, kid.
Please, Miss Warner, let me go.
What's the trouble?
Look, you'd better stay out of this, Mr. Douglas.
David is going someplace with Bobby. I want to know where.
Where, Bobby?
All right. Outside is my car. And outside is 2 other cars, and the boys in them are impatient. That's how we tell each other we're impatient.
You going to race, Bobby?
Yeah. And down the road a few yards is a bridge. You get the picture?
You're crazy.
What's he going to do?
Tell her.
The three of them will line up abreast on the road, then they'll race to the bridge and over it.
But there's only room for 2 cars across that bridge.
That's right. One of us will have to drop back. Come on, Davy.
Okay.
No, you stay here, David.
No.
Now, listen, you can get killed.
Let go of me.
I would if I were you, Mr. Douglas. I'd really let him go.
Mr. Douglas, hey, listen.
What do you want, Charlie?
These kids, they turn into a wolf pack. Don't get yourself into any trouble.
These boys wouldn't dare to.
Listen, Miss Warner. Last month, an older brother, there must have been a man about 30, very hefty fellow with muscles on his forearm. This fella came in here and tried to pull his kid brother out of here. He landed in the hospital. Cut. There's 16 kids here, Miss Warner.
But what Bobby is going to do, that race over the bridge with David, both of them can be killed.
The way they handle those cars, you don't know.
Come on, Davy. You coming?
Well, sure.
And Mary Wheeler, you start the last row. Mary, will you please? Take the seat down front. Then Judy Wilton. Then John Young, the third seat. And Martin Young. You're brothers, aren't you? I can tell. And next to the last, Audrey Zant. And George Zimmerman. There. Now, young ladies and gentlemen, here we are. 10B3 at Alexander Hamilton High School. Oh, come right in, Bobby. And so, class, this is the first day of our new school year, and this is where we'll meet to start each day and to end it. The young gentleman who just came in to visit is a senior, and his name is Bobby Morrison. He asked if he could talk to you, and I said he could. All right, Bobby.
Thank you. I guess, first of all, I want to apologize to you. All of you. Miss Warner and, well, all of you, because of that empty chair. It's my fault. I guess you know about it. I guess you've heard. But I want to tell you how sorry I am. It was my fault. Now, soon you'll be taking those driver training courses, and that way you're going to learn what safety means. That it means respecting the lives of others. Now, that's something I didn't do. And that's why you've got that empty chair instead of David Cooper. But David's going to be all right. I've been spending a lot of time at the hospital, and today they told me that. That's about all, Miss Warner. And thank you for letting me say it.
Thank you, Bobby. And that's why we'll save David's seat for him. He's coming back. I want to wish you all a fine, productive, and safe school year. And if there's anything you want to talk to me about, I'll always be here. You may go to your first class.
Suspense. Presented by Autolite. Tonight's star, Miss Agnes Moorehead, will return in just a moment.
Tonight, our worldwide Autolite family has been privileged to salute the American Automobile Association and its traffic safety program. In fact, everyone who helps bring traffic safety and driver training programs to boys and girls in their school classrooms throughout the world. You, too, can aid in promoting safety by driving carefully at all times and by making sure that schools in your community are teaching traffic safety in their classrooms. Full information on programs available can be secured from your local automobile club affiliated with the American Automobile Association or from the American Automobile Association Washington, D.C. And now I'd like to present Agnes Moorehead and our producer-director, Elliot Lewis.
Thank you, Harlow. Agnes, I'm happy to inform you that you have been voted Autolite's Golden Mike Award for the best female performance of the year on Suspense. Congratulations. And here, this is for you.
Oh, thank you, Elliot. As you know, Suspense has always been my favorite radio show, so receiving this award is a double honor. Thank you very, very much.
Next week, a story based on fact as we recreate the excitement and violence of a fire in an oil field. The story is called Hellfire. Our star, Mr. John Hodiak. That's next week on Suspense. Suspense is transcribed and directed by Elliot Lewis, with music composed by Rennie Garrigank and conducted by Lud Gluskin. The Empty Chair was written for Suspense by Morton Fine and David Friedkin. In tonight's story, Sam Edwards was heard as Bobby. Featured in the cast were Michael Chapin, Paula Winslow, Joseph Kearns, and Herb Butterfield.
Agnes Moorehead will soon be seen in The Magnificent Obsession.
And remember, next week, Mr. John Hodiak in Hellfire.
And now this is Harlow Wilcox saying good night for the Autolite family with this reminder. You're always right to be careful.
This is the CBS Radio Network.
And now, tonight's presentation of radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense. Tonight, we bring you a transcribed story of three women and their vigil of death. We call it Waiting. So now, starring Vivi Janis, Paula Winslow, and Charlotte Lawrence, here is tonight's suspense play, Waiting.
Do you want me to put butter on them, Aline?
I don't care. Told you I wasn't hungry. I couldn't eat, not now. I don't see how you can.
You've got to. It's no good going on like this. Is Harriet coming?
I think so. She said she would.
Oh, I hope she gets here soon. Everything will get cold.
Stop it. Why don't you stop it? How can you talk as if nothing's happening, nothing's going to happen? I can't eat. I'd be sick. I'm going to my room.
Oh, come in, Harriet. I was just wondering if you were going to be late.
Does it make any difference?
Now, you mustn't talk like that. Life goes on. I know it's hard to see that now, but you will. Time is kind to us.
Mr. Mailer's still trying to see the governor. Mrs. Martinson, could I have a drink?
Oh, well, I'm afraid there isn't anything since...
It doesn't matter. Where's Aline?
She's lying down. She's not taking it the way you are. Oh, I'm afraid these last few hours are going to be awful. I've been trying to get her to take one of those pills the doctor left. She won't. I've got some nice dinner ready, Harriet. Why don't you see if you can get Aline to have some? It'll give her strength, poor dear.
All right. Hello, Eileen.
Oh. Harriet. Oh, Harriet. I can't stand it. I can't.
I know.
No, you don't. You're only his sister. I love him. I'm his wife.
I'm his sister, and I love him. I know.
Can't they do anything? Did you see Mr. Mailer?
Well, he's trying. He's trying to see the governor.
But there's no time.
There was a witness flying in from Mexico tonight. He says he saw a woman coming out of the building that night about the time that she was supposed to have been killed. Mr. Mailer thinks he might be able to get a stay of execution on the strength of it.
Won't make any difference. It'll be like all the others. There was no proof. Just Norman and that terrible diary.
Eileen, do you honestly think he didn't kill her?
Of course he didn't. I know he couldn't have done it. I couldn't bear thinking anything else.
But you sometimes do think something else.
No, I love him.
He wrote me a letter. I got it this morning. I want to read it to you.
What did he say?
Dear little egg, just a note. There's not much to say that hasn't already been said. I feel I can talk to you better than I can to Eileen. I know how you've stood by these past weeks. It's been the thing that's kept me going, your faith, your trust. Somehow I feel that Eileen is not convinced of my innocence, and I can't blame her. I was a fool to have kept the diary. I was a fool to have got involved with Sheila. But self-recrimination is no help now. The diary I wrote because... The diary I wrote because I needed to say things aloud which couldn't be said. I wrote them instead. It must have been a terrible shock to Eileen. But you, my wise little sister, weren't altogether blind when it came to seeing the truth of our marriage. I suppose I turned to that poor girl trying to find again what was finished between Eileen and myself. But I didn't kill Sheila. Always believe me. It's too late now, but I wish that things might have been different. Goodbye, little egg. My last brotherly advice. Find a good man, get married, have lots of nice kids, and be happy. You're the best of sisters, all my love, Mama.
He thinks he hasn't written to me.
Hasn't he?
He believes that I think he did it.
Don't you?
I love him.
But you think he did kill her?
I love him.
It's not too late to send a message. Let him know. Tell him you know he's not guilty. You could do that.
He was there. He was with her that night.
He admitted that. But there was somebody else after he left.
You're so sure. You sit there cold, not caring. You're like those lawyers. I'm waiting for him to die. I love him and he's going to die. You're waiting for an end to something, and you're not feeling anything. Not really. He's your brother, and so he's got to be innocent. Save the name of Landon. That's all it means to you.
Well, that's not true, Eileen.
Yes, it is. You've always laughed at us, Mother and me. You and Norman, always laughing, little secrets. I love him. And he always held something away from me that he gave to you. I hated him for that.
Then you can't be very unhappy that he's going to die tonight.
Don't you dare say that. Why shouldn't I hate as well? He never let me in, never let me belong. Even waiting now. Waiting for him to go to the You keep it to yourselves. I can't even share that.
I'm sorry. I suppose we just don't feel things the same way. Maybe I just can't cry anymore.
What's the time?
7.
7. 4 hours.
Eileen, Harriet, come along. Dinner's getting cold.
I'm not hungry, Mrs. Martinson. I told you before, Mother.
Oh, it's nice. Nice that you two have each other for comfort. We must all be strong. Pray together. Hope together. I'm not being callous, unfeeling. It's just that I've lived longer and seen more unhappiness than either of you. Life must go on.
Mother.
Huh? Oh, yes, dear. I'm sorry.
What's the time?
Nearly 8. I'll get it. Must be Mr. Mailer. Hello? Yes? Yes, Mr. Mailer? Yes? Oh? Yes. All right. Thank you. Yes, I will. The governor's refused to see him. He's going to drive to the mansion and try again. He's leaving.
God's will.
He's leaving as soon as the witness arrives who saw the woman with him.
A witness? Who?
A man says he saw someone come out of the apartment that night. He said it was a woman. She was running.
He saw a woman?
Yes.
Her face?
Well, it was dark, but he thinks he could identify her. He's not sure.
I think it's unfair.
What is?
Rousing our hopes this way.
Well, if it's true, the woman
Mr. Mailer brought in half a dozen witnesses who swore they saw somebody near the apartment. It didn't help. The jury didn't believe it. I think it's unfair.
Well, supposing this is different, it's a chance.
Please, don't talk about it.
Why not? Am I the only one? Am I the only one who thinks Norman didn't kill her? Am I?
Blind not yourself with love to the faults which lie within man.
Mother.
Be quiet, Aline. Norman was a difficult man for me to understand, Harriet. I admit I was never really happy that Aline married him. Oh, I tried not to interfere. I've seen what he's done to my daughter during the past 2 years, and I've said nothing. It's not for me to judge his acts. That has been done, and a far higher judge will be waiting.
I won't listen to you. I won't listen.
Youth can afford the loyalty that age has already squandered.
Why must you quote? Are you afraid of saying something original, something that'll show what you really are?
That's enough. He's my husband. He's more mine than yours or yours. I don't care whether he killed that woman or not. I want him to live. I love him. He can't die.
That was the Beethoven Sixth Symphony, played by the Philadelphia Orchestra, conducted by Bruno Walter, and brought to you on our evening music program. Time now is 2 minutes after 9, and here's a 5-minute summary of the news. State prison officials said tonight that nothing new had developed in the bid for stay of execution by Norman Landon, convicted slayer of Sheila Warner. Landon is scheduled to die at 11 o'clock tonight, approximately 2 hours from now. The governor turned down the lawyer's latest plea. According to William Mailer, attorney for the condemned man, a new witness has been found who can shed further light on the case. However, the governor does not feel the evidence is sufficient to...
Why doesn't he call? He must be there by now. Why doesn't he call?
I always wanted us to have a baby. I knew he didn't love me enough. We'd have those fights, and he'd just look at me. He wouldn't say anything, only look. I don't know where it went wrong with us.
You tried, Aline. Your mother knows you tried.
Maybe I didn't understand. Maybe I was wrong, like he said in the letter. But what did I do? I wanted to make him happy. Never let me be close to him. I could never share anything.
It's true. True as I sit here. You did your best. You've nothing to be ashamed of.
Hasn't she? Haven't you, Aline?
No. Nothing. He's ruined all our lives, what he did. But it's not right. I shouldn't care. Why do I have to feel the way I do about him? He didn't love me. It was that other woman.
If he loved her so much, why did he kill her?
Because it was dirty, nasty. Because of liquor and immorality. It always ends that way.
What do you know about morality? Your kind's worse than anything. Everything normal is dirty to you. You tried to make Eileen feel that way. You think I don't know what happened to their marriage? I do. I know. Oh, I know why.
Get out. Get out of this house. You've shown your true color. You're no better than he was. Get out.
I'll go. I wouldn't...
Well...
Hello? Yes? Yes, I'll wait.
Who is it?
Mr. Mailer, he's coming to the phone.
Well, let me talk to him.
No, I want to. Hello? Mr. Mailer? This is Mrs. Landon. Yes. I see. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much.
What?
Mr. Mailer's not going to see the governor. He doesn't have to. Norman's just confessed that he killed the woman.
You are listening to Waiting, tonight's presentation in radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense.
Even the most innocent bystander cannot help but feel the atmosphere of drama and excitement that pervades the station house of a big city police force. Step inside our 21st Precinct station house any Thursday night and listen as threads of emotion cross and crisscross to weave a fabric of drama that is no less exciting, no less intense than the situations that confront men on the beat. And these are the stories you hear each Thursday night when 21st Precinct is on the air on most of these same stations.
And now we bring back to our Hollywood soundstage Vivi Janis, Paula Winslow, and Charlotte Lawrence, starring in tonight's production of Waiting, a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
Norman's confessed?
Yes, Mother.
I'll be going. Goodbye, Eileen.
No. I don't want you to go. Stay with me.
You let her be in this house after the way she talked to your mother?
Oh, none of us know what we're saying. Doesn't matter anyway. We wouldn't be talking like this if it weren't for Norman.
Well, I should have thought an apology were in order.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Martinson. You know, this is very funny. I wish we could hear ourselves, quarreling, behaving like this. And in a little while, he's going to be dead. I wish we had a recording so we could sit down next week and listen to it. I wish I had a drink.
I'll get you one, Harriet.
But your mother said the one...
I keep a bottle just for me.
Eileen.
Make it strong.
So he did it, after all.
What did you say?
Nothing.
Yes, you did. You said he did it, didn't you?
He confessed. For his soul's sake, he confessed.
I don't believe it.
You don't want to believe it.
He didn't kill her.
He was always drinking. He taught Eileen to drink. No good comes of it. It's a false strength she's taking for herself.
Where does your strength come from, Mrs. Martinson?
A knowledge of right and wrong. Oh, you laugh at that, my girl. But wait until you're my age.
I think I'll never know your kind of right and wrong.
Oh, I'm sorry for you, for Eileen. The shame you'll have to carry for this. And neither of you care now. Not now. You blinded by loyalty, Eileen by love. Just wait. Wait. I praise, I go down on my knees that there were no children to see this night.
Aline. Aline, you all right, Aline?
I dropped it.
Well, don't pick up the pieces like that. You'll cut yourself. I'll do it.
I'm afraid. I'm afraid. I'm afraid.
Why?
What's the time?
Nearly 10.
It's the waiting. That's the worst. It'd be better if it were finished.
You can't wait till he's dead. Is that what you mean? Is that why you're afraid?
Shut up!
Did that make you feel better?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I know you. I've always known what you're like. When you feel guilty about what you've done, you have to take it out on somebody. Norman, it's easier then, isn't it? It always was. If you can get angry enough, you don't have to think about things like now. That's why you slapped me. You want him to be guilty. It's better for you now that he's confessed, isn't it?
He did kill her. He did.
No. I think he confessed to make things easier for you and for me. Then maybe we wouldn't have to spend the rest of our lives wondering. Not that you'd be wondering. You know, don't you?
What do you mean?
You know what I mean. Go on inside. I'll make the drinks.
A 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked.
They'll find out who really did it. No matter what happens to Norman, they'll find out who did it.
They already know.
Do they?
You said that before. As if you know. How can you be so sure? Do you know more than the police, than anybody?
It's 10:30. In half an hour. Half an hour, a man's going to be murdered.
An eye for an eye.
At 11 o'clock. We'll just sit here and it'll be like New Year's Eve. We ought to have the radio on so we can know the exact time. But it takes a little while for him to be pronounced dead. Completely dead. What is it, a minute? Minute and a half? Do we drink a toast at 11 or 1 minute after?
Oh, you should be put away. Talk like that. You're out of your mind.
Somebody else will be sitting, waiting.
There isn't anybody else. Why don't you be quiet? He did it. I've wanted to believe he didn't, but I know. He said he did.
I'll go.
Telegram from Mrs. Norman Landon.
Thank you. It's for you, Aline.
You did this.
What is it, dear? Who is it from?
She did it. Congratulations. That's all it says. It's from you, isn't it?
Don't be stupid. Why should I say that?
You hated me for marrying him. You never thought I was good enough.
I didn't send it.
Who did?
You're a wicked girl if you sent that. A horrible, wicked girl.
Mother was right. You shouldn't be here. I want you to go.
No, I'm staying. I'm going to wait until 11.
You're getting out.
I've told you I'm not leaving.
Call the police, Aline. Call the police. They'll take care of her.
What are you smiling at? What?
Don't take any notice of her.
Why are you smiling like that?
I just think it's funny. Calling the police to put me out. Then I'll have nowhere to go when they execute my brother.
She's gone crazy. Stay away from her, Aline.
Why are you being like this, Harriet? It's not my fault. I can't help it.
I want to hear you say you believe he's innocent. I'm waiting for that.
Operator, get me the police. Harriet, will you go now?
No.
Mother, hang up.
I'll do no such thing.
I said hang up!
Oh, you hurt my hand.
I'm sorry. Bad enough as it is. We don't need any more business with the police.
You hurt me. I'm going to my room. When you've thought it over, you may come and apologize.
She's old. Things aren't the same to her anymore.
Were they ever?
You think I'm to blame for everything, don't you?
Yes, most of it.
You know what it's like, living with a man you love. Love so much it makes you weak and nothing. Realize that when you say things, you don't mean them, but you want to hurt. Do anything to get him to notice. Make him angry, anything but make him feel something. I never could. You think I don't know why he started going with that woman? I understand. I don't want to, but I do. It's the lack in me. Just the way he said in the diary.
It's 10 to 11.
I hated her so much I could have killed her. I thought of killing him, but he wouldn't have cared.
You'll be even with them both now.
You can't understand how I love him. There'll never be anybody else.
There's somebody else, all right.
No.
We're a lot alike. The hold others have over us. Norman and I, you and your mother. It's not good to be that close, not for anybody.
Norman and I had each other. Maybe if it hadn't been for you and Mother, we might
You
have...
didn't. You had a chance and you didn't. I thought you'd tell the truth when you got the telegram.
You said it. It was you.
Yes. I hoped it would make you tell before it was too late.
Aline? Aline? It's nearly 11. I forgive you. I forgive both of you. We must all pray together.
You pray, Mrs. Martinson. I'll watch you. Hello? Yes, Mr. Mailer. Oh. Yes. Yes, I will. Thank you. The witness arrived and identified the woman from a picture. The governor granted a stay of execution 5 minutes ago.
Identified?
Yes. You knew, didn't you?
It didn't make any difference. He wouldn't have come back to me. Would have been better. Now I'll have no one.
Mr. Mailer had a suspicion. He couldn't prove anything. He told me. I wondered, too. No one else recognized the woman in the picture except the man who was in Mexico. And you would have let Norman die.
Oh, Mother, stop it.
I didn't think anyone saw me come out. I followed him, Aline. I did it for you. I had to. It was so wicked. Right after he left her, I went in. I tried to talk to her. I did it for you, dear. They won't electrocute me, will they? I know it's against the commandment to kill, but I had to. I could stand everything but the waiting.
Oh, Mrs. Martinson.
Harriet. She's crying. I never thought she could cry. It's all right, dear. Have a good cry. It'll do you good.
Suspense, in which Vivi Janis, Paula Winslow, and Charlotte Lawrence starred in tonight's presentation of Waiting. Next week, the story of a man caught in a mine shaft, trapped by his own conscience. We call it The Digger. That's next week on Suspense. Suspense is transcribed and directed in Hollywood by Anthony Ellis. You have just heard Waiting, written by Mr. Ellis, especially for Suspense. The music was composed by Lucian Morowek and conducted by Wilbur Hatch. Others in our cast were Thomas Handley and George Walsh.
Are your neighbors talking about action yet? Well, if they aren't, perhaps it's because they're not yet aware of the practical plan for preventing and eliminating slums that has been set up by Action, the American Council to Improve Our Neighborhoods. If your friends and neighbors are interested already, CBS Radio urges you to join their efforts to keep your community from running down. But if a slum fighting program has not been organized where you live, why not write to Action, Box 20, New York 19, for a free leaflet that explains what can be done to prevent your neighborhood from falling into disrepair. That's Action, Box 20, New York 19.
Autolite and 98,000 Ronald Coleman in tonight's presentation of Suspense.
Tonight, Autolite brings to life one of the most famous detectives in literature as we dramatize E.C. Bentley's classic novel of deduction, Trent's Last Case. Our star, Mr. Ronald Coleman.
Say, Hap, would you hand me that spark plug, please? No, the other one. Thanks.
Well, they both look alike to me, Harlow.
Well, they do look alike, Hap, but there's a big difference. This one is ignition engineered. That means it's built by Autolite, the people who really know spark plugs.
Now, what makes you say that, Harlow?
Why, Autolite makes complete electrical systems specified as original equipment on many leading makes of our finest cars. That means that Autolite engineers specialize in ignition. And because spark plugs are the very heart of a car's ignition system, they just naturally design spark plugs to give you the smoothest performance money can buy.
I guess I better be mighty sure I get only ignition-engineered Autolite spark plugs from now on. Eh, Harlow?
Right, Hap, because when you have ignition-engineered Autolite spark plugs in your car, truck, or tractor, you have the finest spark plugs money can buy. So, friends, be sure you get the very best by insisting on standard or resistor type ignition-engineered Autolite spark plugs. They're world famous for quality and performance, and they're made by the world's largest independent manufacturer of automotive electrical equipment. And remember, from bumper to tail light, you're always right with Autolite.
And now, Autolite presents E.C. Bentley's Trent's Last Case, starring Mr. Ronald Coleman, hoping once again to keep you in suspense.
The last case to which I, Philip Trent, applied myself in the field of criminology and detection occurred in the spring of 1910. I must acknowledge that the intricacies of the crime were worthy of the brain of Sigsbee Manderson. This colossus among financial giants had manipulated power and wealth in every corner of the world. He centralized industries of continental scope, smashed families and fortunes, and along with each dollar, he accumulated an enemy. When Sigsbee Manderson was murdered, the world lost nothing worth a single tear. The day of his death, Sir James Malloy, publisher of a London record, asked me to cover the case for his paper. I agreed and immediately took the train to Bishopsbridge.
Philip Trent? Wait for an old man.
Why, Mr. Couples, by all that's miraculous. How are you?
Breathless, Philip, breathless. I expected you'd be down to Bishop's Bridge to write about the murder.
Well, that's rather a colorless way of stating it. I should prefer to put it that I have come down in the character of avenger of blood. To hunt down the guilty and vindicate the honor of society. Families waited on at their private residences.
Famous turned your head. This tragic affair will not blend well with your light-heartedness.
Ah, now, Mr. Couples, you have more than a bystander's interest in the case.
I have indeed.
Now, you didn't do the great man in.
Oh. Mabel Manderson is my niece, and there are some things you will learn which may prejudice you. I wanted you to hear them from me so your good judgment would not be impaired by gossip or malicious tongues.
Good. So you can walk to the Manderson place with me.
Oh, much too far to walk. I'll take you in my motor car.
Oh, now. You will go slowly, won't you?
Oh, very slowly. There, you get in. I'll crank the engine.
Now, how about your niece?
My niece had been married to Manderson for 5 years. They got along rather well, despite the difference in their ages. She was just 18 when they married, and he close to 50. Several months ago, for no apparent reason, he began to treat her miserably. He was surly, contemptuous, and insulting. When she could bear it no longer, she turned to me. I offered to speak to him, demand an explanation for his outrageous behavior.
Why didn't she speak to him herself?
Mabel is a most gentle and even-tempered person. She wanted to avoid a bitter squabble.
A rare woman, indeed.
Mm-hmm. I tried to see Manderson for a week. When I finally did catch up with him, I was doubly angry for his shabby treatment of his wife and for avoiding me.
And did you get any satisfaction?
He refused to discuss the matter. In the presence of witnesses, I'm afraid I made a rather rash statement. I expressed the view that men such as he did not deserve to live.
I wouldn't worry about that, Mr. Couples. That opinion seems to be universal. The strange thing is why your niece married Manderson.
Here we are. Would you mind opening the gates, please?
Oh, no. This will be fine. I'd like to nose around the grounds a bit, unless you want to drive in.
No. I'm staying in town. If you should want me, I'm at the Hotel Royal.
Well, thank you for the lift, Couples. I passed through the gates and walked the path between tall walls of hedges. A gap in this green wall took me to a gravel track that led to the small gardener's cottage. Someone was poking about as though looking for something. My approach startled the fellow.
This is private property. What are you doing here?
My name is Trent. And you?
John Marlowe.
Oh, yes. Secretary to Mr. Manderson, I believe. You seem to have lost something. Perhaps I can help you look.
No, I was just hoping I could find something here. Something that the murderer may have dropped. This is where Manderson's body was found.
Ah. And have you found anything?
No, I really didn't expect to. I've just been so...
Upset? Bereaved? Devastated by the master's death?
Frankly, no. I'm limp, that's all. I've been up all night, driving. Haven't had any sleep.
You should do your driving during the day.
Mr. Manderson had sent me on an urgent errand to Southampton just before he was killed.
Oh, then you weren't around when the deed was done.
I have accounted for myself to Inspector Murch.
But now that your employment here has come to an abrupt end, do you plan on leaving Bishop's Bridge?
Mrs. Manderson has asked me to stay, to clear up various papers and loose ends.
Oh, well, then I shall see you about.
You shall. Mr. Trent, I would like to offer a suggestion. Snoop around if you must, but leave Mrs. Manderson alone.
I've already heard that she is a most fragile creature. But have no worries, Mr. Marlowe. I am gentle as a bird. When Marlowe left me, I pottered about the uncut grass which still showed where the body had lain. Then I started towards the large house. There was a man standing in the open French doors of the study.
Why, Trent!
Come in.
Ah, me, 'twas ever thus. I did think for once I was the head of Scotland Yard, and now here again is the largest officer in the entire force already filling that prime position. How are you, Murch?
Earning my wages, Trent?
Ah, then you've arrested the bloke what done the old fellow in. Good work.
No, I didn't say that. It'll take more than you or me to put the cuffs on anyone in this case.
Oh, come now. What about the butler? And the upstairs maid, the cook, the gardener? Why, the place must be teeming with likely suspects.
Well, that's the trouble. Manderson was not what I'd call a lovable chap. Too many suspects. Why, some bloke could have come here from Tanganyika or Timbuktu, pulled the trigger, and then gone home easy as you please.
The gun hasn't been found?
No. I have the bullet here, a .32.
Such a small bullet to have ruined such a large brain. Any powder burns?
None. The gun was fired from a distance of about 5 feet. The medical examiner has fixed the time of death at about midnight.
Where's the body?
At Ackerman's mortuary in town. I have a photograph here, taken where the body was found.
Let me see. Best dressed corpse I've ever seen. Except for the shoes.
The shoes? Well, why, they're very expensive and practically new.
I should like to see them if they're about.
Everything Mr. Manderson was wearing when he was killed has been returned to his room.
I suppose it'd be all right if I went up and sniffed around.
Of course. I'll lead the way. I've gone over everything thoroughly. I don't know why you're so interested in the shoes.
Murch, don't you think it rather strange that Manderson was dressed meticulously when he was shot? Hair parted neatly, tie in place, waistcoat completely buttoned. Yet the laces of the shoes were untied.
Oh, perhaps his feet bothered him. Now, I have terrible pain.
Could robbery have come into it, do you think? Anything missing from Manderson's pockets or from the house?
No. As a matter of fact, Manderson's wallet was overstuffed with about £5,000.
That's more than pocket money, even for a millionaire.
There was also a pouch of valuable uncut diamonds in one of his pockets. No, robbery is certainly out. This is Manderson's room here.
Uncut diamonds, eh? Has anyone guessed at their value?
About £10,000.
Well, good heavens.
Don't you think diamonds are worth that much?
Yes, but I'm more impressed by the array of shoes in this wardrobe. Why, there must be 50 pairs if there's one. Aha, this is what I want.
How could you tell that those are the shoes Manderson wore last night?
Well, look here. There's a tear near the tongue.
Well, as I said, they must have been a bit tight for him.
Now, why would he, with 50 pairs to choose from, select the one pair that pinched?
You know how it is. I've become attached to an old bathrobe. Much too tight for me. Yet I favor it over a new one that the wife gave me on my birthday.
It's odd. Very odd. Murch, I wondered if we could have a look at Marlowe's room now.
Certainly. It's just down the hall. But Marlowe's in the clear. He left at 11 last night, an hour before Manderson was killed. He got to the Bedford Hotel in Southampton at 6:30. Couldn't possibly have made the drive in less than 7.5 hours.
What was the errand Manderson sent him on?
He was to meet Mr. Harris and give him a package. Some big secret business affair of Manderson's, I imagine.
And Marlowe delivered the package and returned to Bishop's Bridge?
He returned without making the delivery. Harris didn't appear.
You might at least knock before intruding.
Oh, I'm sorry, Marlowe. I thought the room was unoccupied.
No offense, Mr. Marlowe. Friend here is working on the case. You might call this visit official police business.
I've told you all I can. If you don't mind, I'd like to nap.
Marlowe, when you first went to work for Manderson, did he require a graduate of Oxford?
All he wanted was a capable secretary.
But you were at Oxford?
I was.
Marvelous place, Oxford. Gave us a great school and a fine style of shoe. By the way, Marlowe, what size shoe do you wear?
Inspector, if you don't remove this gentleman, I shall report this to the authorities.
Oh, come off it, Mr. Marlowe. Let's indulge Mr. Trent in a question or two.
I wear size 10C.
Thank you. Marlowe, have you any idea what was in that package for Mr. Harris?
No.
Where is it now?
A messenger came for it this morning.
Do you have any idea who this Mr. Harris may be? Have you ever met him?
No. Mr. Manderson had many private business arrangements about which I was kept in the dark.
I was his secretary, not a business partner.
Isn't it rather odd that an American would hire an English secretary?
Well, not at all. Mabel... Mrs. Manderson is English. That is why Mr. Manderson lived in England a good part of the time. He wanted his wife to feel at home among her own people.
And I assume you did your part in that regard.
I beg your pardon?
I beg yours, Marlowe. Well, take your nap and pleasant dreams. Inspector Murch went off to complete arrangements for the inquest, leaving me alone in this marble mausoleum of a house to wait for Mrs. Manderson. I then sent a telegram to Oxford University and requested an immediate reply to my inquiries about John Marlowe's undergraduate activities. Then I wrote my first dispatch for the London Record, setting forth everything I knew, but keeping to myself those suspicions which, I hope, would soon be confirmed. Since Mrs. Manderson didn't appear, I decided to have another look at the gardener's cottage. But a compelling force turned me instead towards the sound of the sea. Standing at the edge of the cliff, I watched the beautiful movements of water, the wash of a light sea over broken rocks. And then my heart seemed to stop. Close to the point where the cliff dropped sheer, a woman of remarkable beauty was sitting, her face full of some distant dream. I knew who this woman must be, Mabel Manderson. She was at once everything that poets and painters have tried to express with pen and brush. Yet this woman, who appeared to be devoid of evil and incapable of murder, this woman, whose husband's death had made her the wealthiest of widows, wore on her lips a faint, yet unmistakable, smile.
Autolite is bringing you Mr. Ronald Coleman in E.C. Bentley's Trent's Last Case. Tonight's presentation in radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense.
There's one thing I've learned, Harlow, and that's to make sure I get ignition-engineered Autolite spark plugs for my car every time.
Well, you've learned a mighty important lesson, Hap, because money can't buy finer spark plugs. And that's proven every day by millions of car, truck, and tractor owners under all kinds of conditions. You see, Autolite spark plugs are designed by men who specialize in ignition. And because they know ignition, they know how important it is for spark plugs to work as a team with the complete ignition system.
Is that why you say they're ignition-engineered, Harlow?
Right you are, Hap. So, friends, treat yourself to the best. Ask for and insist on ignition-engineered Autolite spark plugs. They're world famous for quality and performance. Ask your dealer for the standard or resistor type best suited to your car and your style of driving. And remember, from bumper to tail light, you're always right with Autolite.
And now, Autolite brings back to our Hollywood soundstage Mr. Ronald Coleman in Elliott Lewis's production of E.C. Bentley's Trent's Last Case, a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
To continue my narration of the peculiar circumstances surrounding the death of Sigsbee Manderson, the last case to which I, Philip Trent, applied myself, the sight of Mrs. Manderson at her sanctuary on the cliff had a most unsettling effect on me. I returned to the house and nervously paced the floor of the study for I don't know how long. When the door opened and my name was spoken, I stared stupidly.
Mr. Trent? I am Mrs. Manderson. You are Mr. Trent, I believe.
I believe, yes, Mr. Trent.
Please sit down, Mr. Trent. I would like to help you in any way I can.
Thank you. I'm sorry for inflicting myself upon you at this tragic time, Mrs. Manderson, but I have just a few questions. Last night, did your husband retire at the usual time?
Yes, at 10:30. Then, sometime after 11, I heard him move about in his room, which adjoins mine. I called and asked him if anything were troubling him. He said no, he was just a bit restless and would ask Mr. Marlowe to take him for a drive to relax his nerves.
And did the drive with Marlowe bring the desired result?
Well, I thought so. At about midnight, I heard my husband return and asked if he felt better. He replied that he did, and that he'd sent Marlowe on an errand to Southampton.
I see. Thank you. Your uncle, Mr. Couples, mentioned that Mr. Manderson behaved strangely towards you in the past month or so.
Well, he did, rather. I put it down to the pressure of business that had begun to tell on him.
And was he of a very jealous nature?
He had no reason to be jealous.
There were no quarrels? Differences of any kind?
Not quarrels, really. My husband liked to spend money. I never learned to. My needs were modest. I've long feared that the large amount of cash my husband always had on hand was an invitation to burglars.
And was he in the habit of carrying a pouch full of diamonds in his pocket?
He often bought expensive jewels for me, but they were kept in the safe. Since they were not put to use by me, perhaps he had decided to dispose of them.
Of course. I know this must be a harrowing experience for you, Mrs. Manderson, but you do want your husband's murderer brought to justice.
I will help in any way I can.
I didn't think I would learn anything by attending the inquest, so while it was being held, I strolled to the telegraph office.
Yes, sir?
I expected a telegram yesterday. I wonder whether it has come in.
What is the name, please?
Trent. Philip Trent.
Trent. Does sound familiar. Why, of course. A batch of telegrams was delivered to Mrs. Manderson last night. Sympathy messages, you know, the poor thing. Yours went out to the house along with the others.
You're sure of that?
Why, look here, the delivery book. You can see it's signed by the person who received it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. The receipt bore a signature in a clear hand. John Marlowe. I found myself at the cliff again, and each crashing wave was like a hammer blow on my heart. I was certain of the contents of the telegram. Only one thing was not clear, and that was a motive. And each time the answer tried to insinuate itself into my mind, I consciously pushed it away. I could no longer look at the case impersonally. After the first sight of Mrs. Manderson sitting on this very rock while she gazed at the sea, I knew that she could be motive enough, innocent or not, for any deed, good or bad.
This came for you last night.
What? Why, you in the habit of skulking up on people? Why, I almost lost my footing.
Be more careful. It's a long way down.
Well, what are you waiting for? Surely you don't expect me to thank you for withholding my telegram since last night?
You weren't here. You didn't expect me to chase over the countryside looking for you.
All right. Thank you.
I imagine you'll be leaving Bishopsbridge, Trent. The inquest jury returned a verdict of murder by persons unknown. Inspector Murch believes the crime was committed by a crank.
You're a veritable storehouse of information, Marlowe. And now, if you'll excuse me. When Marlowe left me, I tore open the telegram. Response to your inquiry, John Marlowe, member of Dramatic Society. Excellent in roles calling for disguise and vocal impersonations. I knew what I had to do, and I approached my task with the deepest pain and gloom.
Mr. Trent, I didn't realize you'd come in. Forgive my playing. The piano is my only release.
No, please continue.
Aren't you feeling well? Perhaps some brandy.
No, thank you, Mrs. Manderson. I've written the story of this case and addressed it to the publisher of the record. It's all here in this envelope. It contains certain things which I have concluded about your husband's death.
Oh?
Things not suspected by anyone else. Mrs. Manderson, I am not free to suppress this evidence on a mere whim. I want the truth.
Are you asking me if I perjured myself at the inquest?
Since I have a passion for truth, I do not attend inquests. But you knew why your husband changed his attitude towards you in the month or so preceding his death?
What have you found out?
I want you to tell me.
All right. He knew that I was weary of life with him, The constant parties, business conferences, scheming, complicated plans for amalgamations, corporations, which went on constantly. I couldn't ask him to pass the butter at dinner without getting the latest market prices on that commodity. I refused to attend his dinners. I wouldn't play hostess any longer at his dull parties. That is why his attitude changed.
There was no talk of divorce?
None.
Did you plan to continue living with him?
Why do you ask me that?
I know that your husband became contemptuous of you because of John Marlowe. There, you have the envelope. Send it to the record or withhold it as you choose. I'm done with this. This is my last case. I watched her trembling hands tear open the envelope and extract the story. The story that told how Marlowe had shot Manderson at 11 o'clock, had impersonated him at midnight, had worn the dead man's shoes to cover up his own footprints, and had been in such haste that he neglected to tie the laces when he returned them to the feet of the murdered man. I dared not guess how deeply Mrs. Manderson was involved in the plot, besides being the motive for it. I wanted to be done with the affair and get as far away as possible from the woman who now stood so near to me.
I can't send this off, Mr. Trent.
I'm sure you have good reason.
The best. You are wrong.
Impossible. I can prove that Marlowe masqueraded as your husband.
Oh, listen, please. My husband sent Marlowe off to see a man who never existed. In the package addressed to the mythical Mr. Harris was my husband's wallet with £5,000 and the pouch of diamonds. He intended only to wound himself and then have Mr. Marlowe arrested for theft and attempted murder. Like you, my husband suspected there was something between Marlowe and me. There never was.
Oh, Mrs. Manderson.
When Marlowe started to drive off, he heard the shot and drove back. My husband was dead, a suicide. He realized then what my husband had planned. He replaced the wallet and diamonds in the pockets, then borrowed the shoes for reasons you guessed. They were torn because Marlowe's feet were a little too large for them.
But you said you had seen Manderson at midnight.
I said I had heard his voice. Marlowe's a good impersonator. He was trying to protect himself and me.
Now, Mrs. Manderson, I couldn't have been that far from the solution.
You were even further away, Trent.
Why, Couples.
Manderson was not a suicide.
What?
I killed him.
Oh, this is too ridiculous.
I was out walking that night. I saw Marlowe drive off. Then I came upon Manderson just as he was about to shoot himself. I tried to stop him. We struggled. And during the struggle, the gun went off accidentally.
How could I have been so wrong?
I think I know why. Your talents must be better suited to reporting than the detective business.
My dear Mrs. Manderson, I couldn't agree with you more. This, I vow, shall be Trent's last case.
Suspense. Presented by Autolite. Tonight's star, Mr. Ronald Coleman.
This is Harlow Wilcox speaking for Autolite, the world's largest independent manufacturer of automotive electrical equipment. In 28 plants from coast to coast, Autolite makes over 400 products for cars, trucks, tractors, planes, boats, and industry. These products include dial indicating and recording thermometers, bumpers, die castings, and batteries such as the famous Autolite Stay Full, ignition-engineered Autolite spark plugs, both standard and resistor types, voltage regulators, wire and battery cable, Autolite bullseye sealed beam units, and Autolite original service parts for all Autolite electrical systems. Autolite is proud to serve the greatest names in the industry. So, from bumper to tail light, you're always right with Autolite.
Next week, we combine fact and fiction. The fact, the murder of Mary Cecilia Rogers. The fiction, Edgar Allan Poe's solution of that crime. The mystery of Marie Roget. Our star, Mr. Cornell Wilde. That's next week on Suspense. Suspense is produced and directed by Elliot Lewis, with music composed by Lucien Morawick and conducted by Lud Gluskin. E.C. Bentley's Trent's Last Case was adapted for Suspense by Oliver Gard. Featured in tonight's cast were Ellen Morgan, Joseph Kearns, Richard Peel, Gloria Ann Simpson, and William Johnstone. And remember next week, Mr. Cornell Wilde in Edgar Allan Poe's The Mystery of Marie Roget.
You can buy Autolite standard or resistor-type spark plugs, Autolite original service parts, and Autolite Stay Full batteries at your neighborhood Autolite dealers. Switch to Autolite. Good night.
This is the CBS Radio Network.
Suspense. Autolite and its 96,000 dealers present Mr. Robert Taylor in 4 Hours to Kill, a suspense play produced and edited by William Spear.
Oh, there, Mr. Wilcox. I am J. Hamhock Macbeth of the Legitimate Theater. I've just been signed to announce a new show. Relax.
Okay, let's hear you do something with famous Autolite resistor spark plugs.
Of course, I might begin thusly. To be or not to be, that is the question.
No. The only question is how soon Autolite resistor spark plugs will be demonstrating their advantages to every car owner in the land.
But
You see, my friend, Autolite resistor spark plugs with their exclusive built-in 10,000 ohm Autolite resistor let your engine idle smoother, give better performance on leaner gas mixtures, actually save you gas. What's more, Autolite resistor spark plugs have 200% longer electrode life. Cut down spark plug interference with radio and television. So see your friendly Autolite dealer and have him install a set of the new Autolite resistor spark plugs in your car. Remember, you're always right with Autolite.
And now, with 4 Hours to Kill and the performance of Mr. Robert Taylor, Autolite hopes once again to keep you in suspense.
So you want to know what's the matter? What's wrong with me? Okay, sit down on that bench over there. Make yourself comfortable because this takes a while to tell, and I want to get it all off my chest. You know, now that it's over, I can look back and see everything in perspective. Clear back to the days when my brother Walter and I were kids in Vermont. And I can see now that my life's divided into two halves. The first 34 years and the last 4 hours. Yeah, 4 hours ago, I was standing at the big front door of the Bachelor's Club, on my way up to see Walter for the first time in 5 years. I knew it was going to be tough, but things had changed since the last time we were together. Walter arrived now. He was the kind of New York lawyer who divides his time between the front page and the society section. I was just still a newspaper bum. The competition between us was over, and I was hoping that now, with the numbers up on the scoreboard for everyone to see, Walter might let down a little, decide he could afford to call off whatever it was that had set us at each other's throats from the beginning. Anyway, that's what I hoped. As I said, I knew it would be tough. Asking Walter for anything was always tough. Well, I finally swallowed what pride I had left and walked into the lobby. At the desk next to the stairway, the clerk was in the huddle with a bell boy. It's one of those clubs where you're supposed to put a call through the desk before going upstairs. I stood around waiting for a minute, then figured it might be better if Walter didn't know I was coming, so I walked past them. They didn't even see me.
The guy nails me. Blows higher than a kite because I ain't with all 7 courts. So I say to myself, okay, so the guy's got a load of martinis.
Well, you know, I'd call him for you, but his phone's tied up.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, Larry. Starting tomorrow, someone else is going to take care of Walter.
So it was Walter, with a load of martinis. I should have stopped right then, turned around, and walked out. It's my exit cue. But I must. Well, nothing can change that now. Anyway, I walked on up to the second floor and down the hall to 206.
Well, it's about time you got here. Well, Oh.
Hello, Walter.
Theodore.
That's right.
Big brother Theodore. Well, come on in. You're just in time for dinner. The boy will be up in a minute.
No, thanks, Walter. I haven't got too much time.
Huh? You mean you're turning down a free meal?
Oh, look, let's forget that stuff, shall we? We're grown up now. There's no point.
Sure.
Sit down.
No, I won't be too long.
Ah? Tell me, Ted, how are things on the paper in Buffalo?
Okay, I guess. I quit yesterday.
Oh, you quit?
Yeah.
Not fired, you quit.
That's what I said.
So, now you're out of a job and you figure that I'll...
Wait a minute, Walter. Let me tell you all of it. There's a guy I met in the service, Dan Allenby. He's down in Florida now, Fort Lauderdale. Look, here's a letter I got from him. He's buying a paper there, a little country sheet, 8 pages, twice a week. He wants me to go in with him. It's nothing big, Walter, but it's the kind of thing I've been looking for years. We can do something down there. The place is growing. We can double the circulation in 6 months. Dan's got all kinds of ideas, and so have I. He says that... What's the matter? What's so funny?
You.
I don't get it.
All right, how much, Ted?
Well, the price was $10,000. I'll need half of it.
$5,000.
That's right.
Same song, 82nd verse.
I'm not begging, Walter.
Oh, what is it, then?
I'm asking you for a loan. I'll sign a note. Well, what about it?
What happened to your pride, Ted?
I thought we agreed to forget
I didn't agree to anything. You've not only lost what pride you had, you haven't even got any good sense.
Okay, Walter. That answers my question.
It's good for a laugh, though. Big brother Theodore crawling up on his belly to...
Shut up, Walter.
$5,000. You thought I just...
I said shut up.
Hey, let go of me.
I've had all of you I'm going to take. You hear that, Walter? I've had all...
Let go of me.
Okay, Walter. Okay. You've had that coming for a long time, Walter. Yeah, you're right. I was stupid, thinking you'd... Now, get up. Come on, Walter, get up. I won't bother you anymore. Walter. Walter. I saw it when I turned him over. A stream of blood oozing out of his right temple where he'd hit his head on the corner of the hearth. No pulse. No breath. Walter was dead. In a spot like that, you don't think. You move. No one knew I was in New York. I was sure the clerk and the bellboy hadn't seen me cross the lobby. If I could get out without being spotted, I had a chance. I picked up the letters from Allenby, went to the door and put my handkerchief over the knob. Turned back to give the room a last look before I left. That's when I saw it. The telephone receiver was off the hook. I remember I looked down at it like it was a poisonous snake or something. Started to hang it up, then changed my mind. Hello?
Walter?
Yeah, this is Walter.
Really?
Sorry, I kept you waiting so long.
Wait a minute. Let's have an understanding right now. When I want a good newspaper man, I'll call you. When I want impersonations, I'll go see the floor show at Leon and Eddie's. Now, why don't you call your brother and tell him I'm getting tired of holding this telephone?
Well, who'll I say is calling?
He knows. I made that pretty clear just before you barged into his apartment.
What makes you think I barged in?
Just a guess. Am I warm?
Not very.
From this end, the dialogue sounded more like a Donny book than a pink tea.
Well, look, let's not go into...
Don't apologize, Theodore. Walter's a Class A heel. He had it coming. Now go pick him up off the floor or wherever you left him and bring him to the phone.
Well, he's out of the apartment right now. Why don't you just give me your name and number and
He already has it. I gave it to him a year ago in a moment of weakness. Tell him I'll call him back in an hour or so when he's better
Hold
able
it
to
a minute.
You dinner, Mr. Pomeroy?
Listen, Walter won't be back till late tonight. You'd better call him at his office in the morning. You got that?
Yes, but he wants...
Mr. Pomeroy?
If I'd had any sense, I'd have given up right then with the bellboy pounding on the door with that girl on the phone who could send me to the chair with a word. But as I said, in a spot like that, you don't think. Something else takes over.
You went there, Mr. Pomeroy?
I had to get my hands on that girl. I knew he'd have her number written down somewhere. There was nothing on the telephone stand. Nothing in the drawers but a couple of bridge score pads and some other junk. I wiped the knobs with a handkerchief and turned back to him and began searching his pockets. The bellboy was rattling some keys outside when I found it. A little brown, leather-covered book with some names and numbers in it. I jumped toward the door, slid behind it just as it opened.
Mr. Pomeroy, I knocked and I thought... Holy cow! Harry! Harry!
The minute he turned the corner, I took off for the back stairway. The pack was beginning to howl up front when I left for the rear door. Still unseen, safe. Except for that girl.
Autolite is bringing you Mr. Robert Taylor in 4 Hours to Kill. Tonight's production in radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense.
See here, Wilcox, you must let me try again.
Okay, Hammock, you're on.
Something from Richard, perhaps. I was great as Richard III. Now is the winter of our discontent made glorious summer by...
Autolite resistor spark plugs? Now you're cooking, my boy, because Autolite resistor spark plugs do get you started faster when it's cold. They let your engine idle smoother, run better on leaner gas mixtures. Actually save you gas.
The quality of mercy is not strange.
And neither is the quality of Autolite resistor spark plugs. With their exclusive built-in 10,000 ohm Autolite resistor spark plugs give 200% longer electrode life. Reduce spark plug interference with radio and television.
Is this a dagger which I see before me?
Could be. And the answer to your visibility problems, chum, is Autolite Bullseye Seal Beam Headlight.
A horse, my kingdom. For a horse?
Oh, you'll never feel that way, pal, if your car's equipped with wide-gap Autolite resistor spark plugs. So see your friendly Autolite dealer and have him install a set of those wide-gap Autolite resistor spark plugs in your car. Remember, you're always right with Autolite.
And now Autolite brings back to our Hollywood soundstage our star Robert Taylor in 4 Hours to Kill, a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
I started across town toward Fifth Avenue, walking slowly, letting the cold night air work on my face. By now, the call was in headquarters, and a prowl car was on the way. In a half hour, the homicide men would be there with the police photographers. By 9, the story would be into the morning papers. They'd be out around midnight. Walter was front page stuff. And that girl who'd heard it all on the phone, she'd be able to read the headlines. And once she added it up, I was through. I had 4 hours to find her. Then, somehow, somewhere, I knew I had to kill her. I found a phone booth in a Fifth Avenue drugstore and took out the memo book. He'd scribbled first names and phone numbers on 4 or 5 pages. The rest of it was blank. No addresses, nothing else to go on. About a dozen of them belonged to women. So I started on number 1. Anna Lee had a Murray Hill number.
Hello?
Is this Murray Hill 41121?
That's right.
Is Joanne there, please?
Joanne? I'm sorry, I don't know any Joanne. You must have the wrong number. Are you sure?
I guess I'd better check it again. I'm sorry.
Now, Louise isn't in. If you're that guy who's been calling her, let me tell you right now.
You say you're making a survey? Well, my little old head isn't much good at figures, but I'll surely be glad to help you all out. Hello.
Is this Maxine?
That's right. Who's this?
Didn't I talk to you a little while ago?
Who? Oh. Don't tell me, Theodore.
Make it Ted, will you?
Oh, we're real friendly now.
Well, I hope so.
I see. And you make a habit of hanging up in people's faces?
We were cut off, Angel, and you were so snide about giving me your name, I couldn't call you back.
Mm-hmm. So you went out and bought yourself a crystal ball?
No. I just called up every girl in Walter's telephone index until you answered.
Why'd you do that?
Because I want to see if the girl is as nice as the voice.
How do you fly short of fall.
Look, why don't you save us both a lot of trouble by telling me where I can meet you?
I'd rather keep it this way.
I can be pretty persistent.
I can be pretty stubborn. One Pomeroy is about all I can cope with at a time. I'm awfully sorry, Theodore, but I...
Wait a minute. What's that music? The radio?
No, it's not the radio, and please don't bother me. You're a nice boy, but I'm too busy right now to play games.
Look, you've got to at least give me your last name, Maxine.
Good night, Theodore. Some other time.
But wait.
I'm sorry, pal. You forced me to do this.
Maxine, wait a minute. Yeah,
Information.
Would you tell me if you have a party by the name of Thomas P. Sherman at Plaza 22376?
Thomas P. Sherman. Sherman.
That's right, Plaza 22376.
One moment, please.
I looked at my watch. 9 o'clock. I could close my eyes and see that hotel room now. Jammed with the boys from the police beat, crowding around the medical examiner, grabbing for the phone, shooting questions at the lieutenant in charge.
Hello, sir.
Yes?
We have no record of a Thomas P. Sherman at Plaza 22376.
Oh, well, who is listed at that number?
I'm sorry, sir. We do not give that information.
What about the address of the number?
I'm sorry, sir. We do
Look,
not...
I've got to have it, operator. It's very urgent.
One moment. I'll connect you with the supervisor.
No, skip it. I started to get panicky then. Got a lot of wild ideas about running, grabbing the next plane for anywhere, but I fought it down. I'd been a reporter long enough to know what happens to guys who run. I had to get that girl. I had to. Yeah?
Through at a pond?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, thanks, pal. I gotta get a hold of the little woman, you know. The more I explain to her now, the less I'll have to do when I do get home. Boy, they're sure going all out in that Legion parade, ain't they?
Yeah. Parade? Excuse me.
Yeah, sure. What's the matter?
What was that you said about a parade?
Legion parade coming up Fifth Avenue. Crosstown traffic is tied up for 2 hours.
Coming by here?
Yeah, the band is down the street now.
Band. That's what I heard.
Huh?
Nothing. Thanks a lot. Crowds were lining the curbs outside. Down the avenue, somewhere around 78th Street, I could hear the band at the head of the parade, marching toward us. The same band I'd heard over her telephone, passing so close it almost covered her voice. She was on a low floor, next to the street, and the band had passed her at exactly 1 minute to 9. I remembered looking at my watch. I stood there and waited for the band. It was a wild idea, but I had a feeling if I figured it carefully, I could come pretty close. I walked the block with the band, then another one to make sure. It took them 1 minute and 20 seconds to cover a block. We hit 84th Street at 16 minutes and 20 seconds past 9. They'd covered exactly 13 blocks since they passed her telephone. That made it somewhere around 71st Street, on the ground floor. An apartment, maybe a residential hotel facing Central Park. I turned and started running back down Fifth Avenue. I was getting close, and there were still 2 hours before the morning papers hit the street. The next hour and a half, I checked Fifth Avenue for 2 blocks on either side of 71st, going over nameplates and apartment doorways. There were 2 Maxines. I talked to one on the house phone. She must have been 70. And met the other one face to face, a hatchet-faced character who didn't appreciate being gotten out of bed by a drunk who had the wrong apartment. That left only one possibility. A residential hotel in the middle of the block. I decided I'd try calling her again. Walked past the cigar stand in the lobby to a row of phone booths at the rear. It was 10 minutes to 11. Time was running out.
Hello.
Hello, Maxine?
Here we go again. What is it this time, Theodore?
Well, I'm still trying to wear you down.
Because you like my voice.
Right.
You think I'm charming. Practically irresistible.
Right. And another thing.
What?
I think you live in the Grayson Arms on Fifth Avenue.
Wrong. I live on the other side of town.
Wait now. Be honest with me, Angel.
Hold it a second, will you?
She was lying. She knew what it was all about and was playing with me. Panic came back. I looked across the marble floor of the lobby toward the cigar stand. A customer was standing there. A girl had appeared behind the counter to wait on him. Then he left and another guy came in. My heart stopped. It was the distributor with a bundle of morning papers.
Hi, Eddie.
Hiya. About ready to fold?
Mm-hmm. Leave them on the counter.
Okay.
Night.
Night.
My mind was paralyzed. It didn't sink in. Not even when I saw the girl turn away and pick up the phone.
Now, let's see. Where were we, Theodore?
You were stringing me along about living on the other side of town. Listen, Maxine, you've got to...
Hello? Ted, are you there?
Yeah. Sorry. Maxine, have you got the time?
Oh, just a second.
I saw the girl put down the phone, hold her watch up toward the light.
5 to 11.
When are you through work?
Right now. Wait. How'd you know I was working?
Stay put for a minute and I'll tell you.
Ted. Ted, what do you mean, stay put a minute?
Hello.
I'll be right with you, sir. Hang on, Ted. Yes, sir.
Package of those, huh?
Yes, sir. $18.25. Thanks. Anything else?
That's up to you.
Oh, now look.
Wait a
Ted.
minute. I told you I was a persistent type.
Why? You're Ted.
Disappointed?
Oh, not exactly. How did you
I
find
was calling from the booth over there.
But how did you find this place?
My crystal ball.
Oh, you ought to get yourself a booth at the county fair. You'd make a fortune.
It's only a sideline. Do you really live across town?
Worst-looking brownstone on 75th. But it's home.
Good, then I can walk you home.
Walter won't like this.
He won't mind.
Okay, Theodore, I'm whipped. Let me lock up and get my things. I'll be with you in a minute.
I waited till she shut things down, threw a tweed coat over his shoulders, put a blue felt hat with a feather in it on the back of her head. The face matched the voice. Dark hair, wide-set blue eyes with laugh wrinkles at the corners. I wasn't thinking about that then. I was thinking what a break it was she lived across town on the other side of Central Park.
Ted,
Huh?
mind if I mention something?
No, go ahead.
We're going the wrong way. Main path across the park's down there.
Yeah, I know. I just don't want to meet any cops. The park's closed after nightfall, you know. You don't mind?
No? I don't mind.
At the last minute, she grabbed a paper off the pile, folded it, and stuck it in her pocket without looking at it. We turned into a dark byway. She moved closer and took my arm. The paper pressed against me like a hot branding iron in my side. My heart was pounding now. There was a choking lump in my throat. I hardly dared to talk.
I'm sorry I gave you such a bad time tonight, Ted.
Forget it.
I thought you'd be different. More like your brother. Why are we stopping? Why did you do it?
What do you mean?
You can let your hair down. Walter can't hear us.
Why did I do what?
You mean you do this every night?
Huh?
Call up strange women, tell them you've fallen in love with their voices?
Oh. Well, let's not talk about that now.
I don't get it.
Look,
Ted.
I'll tell you later.
Never mind. I just thought it was worth mentioning. Guess I was wrong. Night, Ted. I can make it the rest of the way alone.
No, wait.
I mean it. Let go of me.
Quiet, Maxine. It's a cop. You'll hear us.
I don't care.
Hey! Anyone up there?
I held her tight, my lips hard against hers. I heard the cop walk by on the main path 50 feet away. There in that dark byway, I could have done it. 10 seconds, maybe 20, and it'll be over. I'd be free. But I discovered something else. I felt her respond, felt her arms tighten around me. I said it before, back in that room with Walter's body at my feet. I stopped thinking. Something else took over. I was like an animal, fighting for life, going on nerve and instinct. But there in that black pathway in the park, I began to think again like a human being. And I knew that whatever it is that's born into a murderer wasn't in me. That lover or hater, I could no more murder this girl in cold blood than I could fly to the moon.
Well, here's the 8th Avenue entrance.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell me, Ted? Something's tearing you to pieces. I can see it.
Okay. You've got a morning paper in your coat pocket. Take a look at it.
Paper? What's that got to
Here,
do
give
with...
it to me. Page 1. I knew it. Lawyer attacked in city apartment.
Walter.
Yeah. You asked me. Here it is. New York, January 18th. Bruised and bleeding after an attack by a mysterious visitor into his rooms at the Bachelor's Club early last night. Walter Pomeroy... Wait a minute.
Go on.
Walter Pomeroy, noted criminal lawyer, still refused to disclose the identity of his assailant. Dr. James Penrose, attending physician, said Pomeroy suffered a possible concussion from a severe blow on the head, but was otherwise progressing nicely and would be released from City Hospital in 24 hours. The attack came at... Good Lord.
Severe blow on the head.
Yeah, he fell. Listen, Maxine, this doesn't tell it all. There's something else.
Then what is it? What is the matter?
Okay. So you want to know what's the matter? What's wrong with me? Okay, sit down on that bench there. Make yourself comfortable because this takes a while to tell. That's it. That's what's wrong. I wanted you to know all of it because, well, you're important to me now, maybe more important than anything else in the world. You can check out if you want to.
It's nothing a cup of coffee won't cure.
Max.
There's an all-night stand around the corner. Got 20 cents.
Suspense, presented by Autolite. Tonight's star, Robert Taylor.
Ah, Wilcox, shall we do another sterling performance? I believe we rate at least 10 curtain calls.
Ham Hock, old boy, if you think we're good, just wait till you try Autolite resistor spark plugs. They're the unbeatable performers of the spark plug field. And they're only one of more than 400 products made by Autolite for cars, trucks, planes, and boats in 28 plants coast to coast. These include complete electrical systems used as original equipment in many makes of America's finest cars. Batteries, spark plugs, generators, coils, distributors, starting motors, and bullseye steel beam headlights. All engineered to fit together perfectly, work together perfectly because they're a perfect team. So don't accept electrical parts supposed to be as good. Ask for and insist on Autolite original factory parts at your neighborhood service station, car dealer, garage, or repair shop. Remember, you're always right with Autolite. Next Thursday for Suspense, William Powell will be our star. The play is called The Escape of Lacey Abbott. And it is, as we say,
a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
Tonight's suspense play was produced and edited by William Spear and directed by Norman MacDonald. Music for Suspense is composed by Renee Garrigank and Lucian Moraweck and conducted by Lud Gluskin. 4 Hours to Kill is an original radio play by Harold Swanton. Robert Taylor will soon be seen with John Hodiak and Arlene Dahl in the Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer production Ambush. In the coming weeks, you will hear such stars as Ozzie and Harriet Nelson and Rosalind Russell. And don't forget, next Thursday, same time, Autolite will present Suspense, starring William Powell.
You can buy Autolite resistor or regular spark plugs, Autolite stay-full batteries, Autolite electrical parts at your neighborhood Autolite dealers. Switch to Autolite. Good night.
1,600,000 men still wear the uniform of the Army, Navy, Marines, and Air Force. It's good to know that the USO extends them a friendly welcome no matter where they are stationed. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
And now, another tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
The Girl in the Powder Blue Jag. Written for Suspense by Walter Black.
The more I never saw so much dirt in my life. The more I sweep it, the more I stir up. Oh, that's the trouble with these summer places. By the time you get them clean, it's time to shut up and leave. Oh, darn. Be right there. I said I was coming. Now, what's the matter, miss?
Please, can I come in?
Well, sure. What happened? You had an accident or something?
Oh, I cracked up my car just down the road. There's a big wall.
The beach wall, yeah.
Well, I guess I must have been going too fast. The next thing I knew, I'd hit it. I must have blacked out for a minute.
You got a family doctor you want me to call?
I don't know.
What?
I don't even know who I am.
How's the bed, hon?
Oh, it's fine, thank you, Mrs. Sims.
Now, you call me Claire. Everybody else does.
Claire.
That's better. The man at the police station said he'd bring a doctor with him.
I feel so lost, not even knowing my own name.
But you do. It's Kendall Endicott. Kind of a nice, out-of-the-ordinary name, too.
But how do I know it's mine? A checkbook with a name printed on it? I could have stolen it.
Oh, you're not the type, hon.
What type am I? I don't know anything about myself.
Well, take it from me, hon. You're just not the type. Besides, that car you were driving, that's a Jaguar. Yeah, don't buy those for cigarette coupons. Incidentally, you're lucky. All you need's a new front grille. Oh, thank goodness, that must be the police. Now, no more worrying, hon. We'll find out all about you now.
I'll check with you again tomorrow, Miss Endicott, and don't you worry. You do just like the doctor said. Just get plenty of rest.
Find out anything, Sergeant Hadley?
Just what you already told me, ma'am.
What'd the doctor say? He wouldn't tell me anything.
He says it looks like amnesia.
Gee. I feel so sorry for her.
Funny first name she's got. Kendall. Ever know a girl by that name before?
No.
Me either. Can I use your phone?
Oh, go right ahead.
I got a hunch. I don't know if it's worth anything, but it doesn't cost anything. Hello, Standard? Let me have the editor, Mr. Jameson, please. He's a friend of mine. I've done him a few favors. Hello, Mr. Jameson. This is Sam Hadley at headquarters. Well, fine, thanks. You? Swell. Listen, Mr. Jameson, you know more about this town than anybody else. You ever meet anyone named Kendall Endicott? A girl? K, like in Kansas City. Yeah, a double L. Really? Well, yeah, sure. I'll hang on. Now we're getting somewhere.
You know who she is?
Well, not exactly, but he says the name rings a bell. He's going to check their morgue.
The morgue?
Newspaper morgue, lady, where they keep their records.
Oh, well, for a minute I thought...
Yeah, I know what you thought.
Can I get you some tea or coffee?
Oh, don't bother.
Well, how about something a little stronger? I think maybe I could find something.
I'm on duty, Mrs. Sims.
Oh, sure, but what harm could one little snort do?
Thanks. Hello? Yes, Mr. Jameson. No kidding. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Thanks a lot. You've been a lifesaver. Yeah, I'll drop by and give you the whole story. Right, so long.
What'd he say?
Plenty. You know who your guest is, lady? Kendall Endicott, heiress to a couple of $1 million.
In just a moment, we will return for the second act of Suspense.
Thirsty people everywhere prefer ice-cold Pepsi-Cola. And because it's light, it refreshes without filling.
Charlie, be sociable.
I am, Kay. Pepsi is a favorite of thirsty people from Maine to Hawaii, from Alaska to Florida.
Charlie.
It's perfect for parties or picnics. So serve Pepsi to your guests.
That's helpful, but...
This is the sociable part. Keep plenty of Pepsi ice-cold and ready. Remember, it goes fast because everybody likes Pepsi.
Singing still sounds more inviting. May I?
Be sociable, look smart, keep up to date with Pepsi. Drink light, refreshing Pepsi. Stay young and fair and debonair. Be sociable, have a Pepsi.
But singing doesn't say, pick up an extra carton of Pepsi today. Better yet, get a case.
We'll do that.
You Sergeant Hadley?
That's me. Who are you?
Clay Endicott, Sergeant. I've never been so glad to see anyone in my life.
What'd you say your Endicott?
That's right, Kendall's husband. I just heard about it on the radio in my hotel room. I just got to town 2 hours ago. The broadcast didn't give any details, just to contact you. Now, where is she? How is she? Can I see her right away, please?
Sure. She's over on Cliffside Drive, Summer Colony, the other side of town. I'll take you over in a squad car. You can fill me in on some details on the way over.
Is that you, Claire?
Sure is, honey, and do I have a surprise for you? Look who's here, hon.
Oh, you're the policeman, aren't you? Sergeant...
Hadley, ma'am. How are you feeling?
All right, thank you.
But look who else is here, Kendall.
I don't know what you mean.
Your husband.
My husband?
Oh, Candy, baby. Oh, darling, I'll never forgive myself for staying that extra day in San Francisco. I should have been with you. You see, Sergeant, it's the first time I let her take the Jag out alone. It's an awful lot of car for a beginner to handle.
Yeah. Mrs. Endicott. Don't you recognize him?
No.
Honey, it's me, Clay. You have to remember, darling. You don't just wipe out 3 years like that. Now think, darling. You were to meet me at 3:30 today here in town at the Waltham Hotel. We were going to the real estate office together. Now, please, darling, try to remember.
Well, I am. I'm sorry, but I can't. I can't.
Sergeant.
Yeah?
Will it be all right if I talk to her a little while, alone? I won't be long.
Up to her.
Darling?
All right.
Maybe if I talk about us, some of it'll come back, darling. Now, we got back from Europe in April. Oh, no, I guess I'd better start.
Gee, such a pity her not recognizing him. How'd you run into him, Sergeant?
Other way around. He heard the 5 o'clock bulletin on the radio.
Well, what are they doing here anyway? I mean, he said something about San Francisco.
He says they came down to buy the old Murchison estate.
Oh, what's that?
Big place with its own private beach down past the yacht club.
Oh, yeah, I've seen it from the road. Gee. I wonder how come she came down ahead of him.
Well, he says there's a kind of deadline on the property. They wanted to get their bid in first.
Oh. I didn't even know she was married.
Oh, yeah, that checks out.
She's really rich, isn't she?
So they tell me.
That Mr. Endicott, he's kind of cute.
Smart, too. It takes brains to marry money like she's got.
Oh, Sergeant, they could be in love.
Didn't say they weren't. Speaking of husbands, where's yours? Didn't you both come down for a vacation?
We did. It just so happens that Joe's idea of a vacation is to watch baseball on TV in some nice dim bar with a cold bottle of beer in front of him. He could have done that back in Redwood City, but oh, no. He's got to save up all year to go somewhere else to do the same thing.
You still here, Sergeant?
Thought you might want to lift back to town.
Well, that's very kind of you, but... Mrs. Sims, would it be too much of an imposition if I stayed here with my wife?
Stayed here?
I can sleep on the couch right here. Naturally, I'd pay you for your trouble.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. Why should you be imposed on for nothing? It's only that my wife feels at home here. I'd rather not move her unless I had to.
He doesn't, does he, Sergeant?
Not up to me, up to you.
Well, it's fine with me, Mr. Endicott. Really it is. And I know it'll be a real comfort to... Mrs. Endicott.
I understand the doctor's returning in the morning. If she's not better then, he can probably recommend a good private nursing home.
Well, looks like it's settled.
I certainly appreciate all you've done, Sergeant.
Mrs. Sims, I'll check in tomorrow morning.
All right, Sergeant. Bye.
Well, I would say so, my dear Mrs. Sims. I would say very well indeed.
You can cut the act now. What about her?
I'll sell her. It'll take time, but I'll sell her.
I don't trust that cop.
We have one thing in our favor, sweetie pie, time. It's after 6 o'clock. Offices are closed. By the time the worthy sergeant can check more closely into my story, and he's going to, our little pigeon will be plucked and we'll be long gone.
How far have you got?
To the point where even if she doesn't remember me, she's willing to take my word that I'm her dearly beloved.
You would bring up the check?
Sweetie pie, I know this was all your idea, but you can certainly trust me to follow orders. Naturally, I mentioned the check, casually. I told her we had only until tomorrow morning to close the deal with a down payment of $40,000. Otherwise, the real estate broker has another offer he's obligated to honor.
What'd she say?
Nothing. I'll bring it up again when I take her supper tray in.
You?
Obviously, sweetie pie. Who else but her adoring spouse? Don't worry, we'll get the money.
How suspicious you think that cop is?
Suspicion is a congenital weakness of all cops. I don't think he actively suspects me. And after all, my story was quite plausible.
Thanks to me.
I doff my hat, my dear, thanks to you.
Like I always said, you got to be prepared to grab your chance when it comes, because it goes by real fast, and they never come again.
Spoken like the true philosopher you are, my love. I wonder...
You wonder what?
What it feels like to be really married to $2 million.
You keep your mind on the job. You're already married. And don't you forget who to.
How could I, sweetie pie? You never give me a chance. Enjoy your breakfast, my dear?
It was all right. I wasn't very hungry.
Have to keep up our strength, don't we, darling?
Clay, will I regain my memory?
Of course, Kendi. Oh, it may take a little time, but what difference does that make? What are a few days or even a week or two as long as I'm around to take care of you?
Please be patient with me.
Oh, darling, how could I be anything else? All I care about is your getting well.
Tell me more about us. Where were we married?
Believe it or not, at the American Embassy in London.
London?
Mm-hmm. The ambassador himself married us. And you stood right there in front of him in your stocking feet.
Oh, I didn't.
You sure did. Later you told me why. For good luck.
Good luck?
Uh-huh. You told me that as a little girl, whenever you wished very hard for something, you always took your shoes off and squinted up your face and turned around twice.
Well, did I squint up my face?
You sure did.
But I didn't turn around twice, did I?
Only because I stopped you. Darling, let me tell you, as hard as you were wishing, I was wishing even harder for our happiness, our life together.
Oh, Clay.
Oh, my love. Before I forget it, Kendi, I'd better take the check now.
Is the house really worth that much?
It's a steal, darling, believe me. Here, make it out to cash. I figured if I walk in waving a lot of greenbacks at the broker, he might come down in price a little. Nothing like a long look at real paper money to soften a man. Oh, here, use my pen, Candy.
You won't be gone long, will you, Clay?
Only long enough to transact our business, honey.
It's funny. I've only just met you. I mean...
I know what you mean.
And already I feel as if I'd known you for years. Hurry back.
Excuse me, folks, but the doctor's here.
He can come right in, Mrs. Sims. I was just going.
In just a moment, we will return for the concluding act of Suspense.
Now, here's Edgar Bergen and Charlie McCarthy.
Bergie, I think someone's looking for you. Oh, Mr. Bergen.
Well, hello, Effie Clinker. What's wrong?
My car battery is run down. I think it's an acid condition.
Oh, I see. Well, have you seen a serviceman?
Well, I had a blind date with a sailor last night, but he got away.
No, I mean a mechanic. Seeing you own a General Motors car, you should see your GM dealer for service. His mechanics are GM trained. They have specialized tools and factory-approved parts to provide your fine GM car with the GM care it deserves. So if you own a Chevrolet car or truck, a Pontiac, an Oldsmobile, Buick, Cadillac, or a GMC truck, you should make a date with a General Motors serviceman.
Oh, that sounds exciting. Will he have blue eyes?
Kendall, you're dressed. What do you think you're doing?
Oh, I feel so much better, Claire. I thought I'd like to sit out here with you. Clay's not back yet, is he?
Well, he's probably on his way.
Well, you don't mind my being out here, do you?
Mind? Well, of course not. It's just that... Well, did the doctor say it'd be all right?
Oh, yes. He said it might do me good.
What else did he say about your memory?
He says my only problem is to get over the shock of the accident.
Did he say when that would be?
He thought very soon.
Hi, Mrs. Sims. How's my... Kendall, what are you doing out of bed?
Well, the doctor said I could, Clay. I feel ever so much better.
Oh, great.
Have you seen the real estate man?
Sure. Just came from there.
Did he reduce his price?
No. He wouldn't budge. I'm sorry, darling. I'm not the judge of character I thought I was. Still, it's a real steal.
Almost, anyway.
What are you smiling for?
Because I'm so grateful to you.
Well, nonsense. I haven't done anything.
Oh, you're wrong, darling. Without you, I couldn't have done any of this.
What are you talking about?
Game's up, Mrs. Sims. Or whatever your real name is.
What?
In words of one syllable, you've lost. Now, Clay, darling. Or is it Mr. Sims? I'll take that $40,000 that makes me such a pretty bulge in your jacket pocket.
But, darling, I told you that
You've told me so many things, haven't you? The $40,000, please.
Don't look at me.
Oh, all right, my dear. As you guessed, I didn't actually turn the money over to the agent. I thought if we waited until you were well enough to see him, you might be able to get a better price.
You don't give up easily, do you?
I beg your
The
pardon?
money.
Here. You needn't bother counting it. It's all there.
Oh, you don't mind if I run my fingers through it, do you?
Who are you?
How very discerning of you, dear Claire. You put your finger right on it.
You mean she's not Endicott?
That's exactly what she means, darling. I do have to be on my way, but why not tell you? Especially after all your hard work. My name is Taylor, Ruth Taylor. I'm Mrs. Endicott's private secretary. Convenient, huh? Oh, she's still in New York. I came on ahead. And by the time she arrives, I'll have recovered my memory, and I'll be horribly appalled at what I've done. But then, it wasn't really my fault, was it? Everyone told me I was Kendall Endicott. As for the money, I think I'll lose it. The whole idea is perfectly dreadful, but Mrs. Endicott will understand. She trusts me. And $40,000 doesn't mean so very much to her.
You can't get away with it.
But, Claire, dear, I already have. And you and that handsome impersonator can't do anything about it without implicating yourselves, can you? Bye-bye. Thanks for everything.
Hey, what about us? Don't we deserve at least a cut?
You deserve what you're getting, a chance to clear out before my employer shows up. Or would you rather I call that nice Sergeant Hadley? Extortion is a serious offense, I imagine. And who can prove I didn't have amnesia and didn't just recover? Oh, please don't bother seeing me out.
There goes 40 grand.
Oh, stop moaning. We lost, period. Now let's get packed and get out of here.
But it looked like such a perfect setup.
It did, but it wasn't, so shut up about it. From now on, we stick to the horses.
And stay broke, huh?
It's better than the stretch in the pen. Now, come on, let's move. Uh-oh. It's not locked. Why, Sergeant Hadley, this is a pleasant surprise.
I doubt it. The girl, the car's gone. She take off?
Not more than 30 seconds ago. You just missed her.
Has something happened, Sergeant?
You still playing games, buddy? Give me Rizzo. Al Hadley. Just missed the girl. Put out an alarm. Pale blue Jaguar, Nevada license 25KE. Yeah, I'll wait right here. Well, you almost got away with it, didn't you, Johnny?
Who?
John Edgar Bell. That's your real name, isn't it? And this is your wife, Miriam?
Never mind us, that girl. She's not Kendall.
Yeah, save your breath. We know. The real one's flying in tonight. Let's get back to you two. How much did you take her for?
Well, that's it. She took us. She took the real Kendall Endicott.
What?
For $40,000. I cashed the check and brought the money back to her, didn't I, Mir?
That's the truth, Sergeant. Can't we make a deal with you? If you take us in, it'll only cost the county the expense of the trial and tie up a lot of your time. But if you let us go, we'll be out of town in an hour and you'll be rid of us for good.
After all, Sergeant, we've never gotten in trouble before, and, well, can't we have a second chance?
A chance to take somebody else?
No, to stick to what we know, playing the horses.
Hadley. Yeah, Al.
What?
Where? Oh, brother. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
What happened?
The Jaguar crashed through a retaining wall and ended up 500 feet down the canyon.
What about the girl?
She's had her last accident.
What about us?
You're coming down to headquarters for a search. If you're clean, I'll give you an hour to be out of town.
Oh, thanks.
Save it. I've seen grifters like you before. You'll try your luck again sometime, someplace. Just make sure it's a long, long way from here.
Suspense.
You've been listening to The Girl in the Powder Blue Jag, written for Suspense by Walter Black. Featured in tonight's story were Rita Lloyd, Jane Rose, and Bob Dryden. Listen again next week when we return with another tale well calculated to keep you in
Suspense.